streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
And we are live at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. For my co-host Brendan, I'm Terry, and we are here to bring you our $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee, no limit, Texas Hold'em. What's up, Brendan?
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Hanging in there. We are starting this, coming back from break with 19 players available. We have 7 players at our feature table. We will be playing down to a winner. We're going to have some numbers for you in a little bit here, but first place should be roughly anywhere from 18 to 2,000 for first.
I believe it's a little over 1,800.
Beautiful. As you can see, we got a veritable who's who at our feature table of South Florida poker pros. We got Betty Boop in the 2C, Joaquin. We got Benny.
Benny
in the Jets. Got Brian in the box and Brian at the table. Brian's won a bunch of tournaments. Wow. Aces, easy game. Brian's checking his aces. I actually really like this check because it could rep a lot of ace-kings, ace-queens.
Right, and couldn't do some bluffs from people that think he just whiffed the board.
Ah, and smooth call,
Control
too.
the pot.
Love it. It's a bad card for Brian because that could easily be a king that he hits on the river. There's no way Brian's ever checking this river. He's definitely going to be putting a little value
Yeah,
there.
he knows he's good.
Especially against a player like Rocky. He's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, and his hand face up does look like ace-king, so it'll be tough for him to get a call, but still got to go. Still got to go for some value.
Rocky calls. He knows there's a lot of bluffs in Brian's range.
Right, going to start off the feature table, taking down a 30K pot.
Easy game when you pick up aces and they hold up.
All right, our chip counts. Brian holding 25% of the chips at our feature table, sitting at almost 70,000 blinds or 500, 1,000 with a 1,000 big blind ante. Rocky's our current short stack with roughly 20 big blinds. Still plenty of time to make a move. Joaquin's going to open up ace-9 of clubs from under the gun +1. See if he gets some playback, and I don't think he will. So he's going to take down the blinds.
Got a total of 34 entries today at 300 apiece. It's a pretty good day for a Thursday. Most people are working, not these guys.
Not our regulars. They know better. So working's for the fishes.
That's all right.
Let's go gamble.
They're going to come back every Thursday hoping that our PLO tournament just magically reappears. And we do have some insider information that there is a chance that we will be bringing it back, but in its new and improved form. Possibly a round and a round, just a round of each. Just, you know, possibilities, nothing definite, nothing surefire, but something to look forward to possibly. You play PLO, Brandon?
No. You guys are sick for playing it. I get rivered enough in No Limit Hold'em. I don't need to get rivered twice as often.
You know it's a sick game when you flop the nuts and chances are you're not going to win.
Yeah, when I flop a set and I'm nervous, I'm like, no.
Yeah,
No thanks. Where I know people are going to be chasing me no matter what.
Played a hand a couple weeks ago, PLO cash game. Flop comes 4-8 jack, 2 hearts. I got a set of jacks. I'm going up against another player who's just, I don't want to call him a nit, but he's a nit. And so I bet pot, he repots, we get it all in. And I ask him if he wants to run it twice. I have top set, and I'm asking if he wants to run it twice. And he's like, why would I run it twice? I got a set and a nut flush draw. I said, okay. And we ran it, and somehow the jacks held up. But he's like, how do you have jacks and ask if you want to run it twice? I said, well, it's PLO, buddy. Hey. Hey, this guy.
We got a little
Thank you,
little
sir.
assist from our production crew, our payouts.
We are going to pay out our top 4 spots today. 4th place is going to pay out $391. 3rd place is paying out $586. 2nd place taking home $1,173, and 1st place taking home a whopping $1,760 for your troubles. Hopefully that's only one buy-in.
All right, Bob's going to go ahead and bet the flop with a gut shot and an over.
That's a double gutter. I think he's all in.
Oh, yeah, that is a double gutter.
Oh,
and he hits
smashes. Wow, Joaquin's going to
Joaquin's
bet out.
gonna rep.
He checks it with the best hand the whole time and then bets it with the worst hand. Bob's like, yes, please.
Joaquin trying to rep the flush. They came in on the river. And
Bob has the king of spades, too, so, I mean, chances are your opponent does not have the flush. Even if they do, we're never just calling.
Yep.
Joaquin says, oh, shit.
And go ahead and posture. Make it look like you actually had something.
It's funny because Joaquin probably puts him on exactly what he has. And he's like, I was good until the river. Maybe ace-10 of spades, ace-9 of spades. Here's the thing, though. Bob gets sticky. You know, Bob could easily be raising with nothing here, but Joaquin, in turn, has nothing, so nothing we can do there. Bob, you don't have to show it. It's okay. We don't have to do that. So, guys, just to let you know, this weekend we got a couple of really good tournaments for you. Tomorrow, Friday, we have a $130 deep stack buy-in. It's going to be a $10K guarantee. Tomorrow night, we have a $130 deep stack buy-in, $130 buy-in deep stack tournament, $3K guaranteed. And on Saturday, we have a really good tournament. I love this tournament. It's a $300 buy-in, black chip bounty, $10K guaranteed. Every time you knock somebody out, it's a black chip in your pocket.
That's a beautiful event.
They come from far and wide to play that
Oh,
tournament.
yeah. Who wouldn't?
I mean, a little more action involved, chance to take out a player and put $100 in your pocket for your troubles. It's a good deal, good structure. Any deep stack tournaments, usually pretty fun.
You mean we just got to knock out Silver Fox 3 times and we're free rolling?
That's it.
That's it.
Easy game. And then next week, August 7th, we're going to start our multi-flight tournament. It's a $300 buy-in, $100K guarantee. But as you all know, we smash that $100K every single time. Usually, we're sitting around $150,000 in the prize pool. I believe last multi-flight, 3 players chopped $20K up top. So it's a really good tournament, guys. Come on down, check it out. We're going to have 3 day 1 flights. Let me take that back. We're going to have 5 day 1 flights. We're going to have 1 on Thursday, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Friday. Oh, my God. Wake up, Terry. 1 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Each flight starts at 11:15 in the morning, and our night flights begin at 4:15 on Friday and Saturday. We also have an $85 satellite next Thursday. That begins at 6:15, and we will have as many entries as we do players into the tournament. So
Will that take place downstairs, the satellite?
the satellite will be upstairs at nighttime.
Okay.
Yep, Thursday night.
How do we get this to big screen?
That shouldn't be up there.
Maybe it's HDMI 1. That's correct.
Dun dun dun. Benny flopping the nut flush draw here. Rocky gets it all in.
I love playing with Benny.
No bueno. Benny with a pair of aces.
This is the
and
look
nut
of a
flush
man
draw.
that he looks like he lives in perpetual agony.
There was rumors.
McDonald's or Burger King?
There is unfounded rumors that Benny used to play all of our tournaments and tell his wife he was going to work.
No, stop. Stop.
So he would always come home and she would ask him how his day was. He said, "Oh,
Stop.
tough day, honey, tough day."
What a legend. He's now my favorite player. He's officially my favorite player. No question.
Benny's wife, if you're watching, again, they were just unfounded reports, unconfirmed.
That is one of the best stories I've ever heard in my life.
And you can see it, right? Like, as soon as you hear the story, you can visualize it.
It makes so much sense. Because he was here when I played. He was here every single morning.
Wow, look at
this flop. Brian flopping the nut flush with a royal redraw, and Bob is going to just try to rep the board.
I like this bet from Bob. You got to see bet, see where you're at.
And he was the pre-flop raiser too, so he's thinking this flop isn't really going to be good for Brian. Brian's typically capable of playing on the looser side, so it doesn't necessarily have to hit him. No, I think.
See if Brian puts in the check again. I mean, I honestly, I really don't like this bet because you have everything. If your opponent does have a heart, then he might bet for value, and if he doesn't have it, then he's probably going to try to make a little bluff bet on the river. So, I mean, Brian just had way too many good cards.
No, for sure. I totally agree. I think what you said is spot on because, like, at that point, you're holding the ace of hearts, and once you check that river, your opponent who has nothing could end up, look at it as an opportunity to, turn their hand into a bluff.
Yeah, especially with the 6 R's. That's actually a really good bluff card for your opponent, and especially a player like Bob who, he doesn't like to give up. And, I mean, even an ace at that point, a dry ace, doesn't really have too much showdown value. So I got a feeling Bob would put in a little 5K bet.
He's definitely capable. I've witnessed him do it.
Matt Firestone in the chat. What's up, buddy? You talking about? You think that's true? You think the Benny story is true? You've heard
that made my whole day. It truly did.
Heard the myth?
I will be telling. That will be a campfire story for years to come. Got Betty Davis in the 2 seat.
Betty looks great, doesn't she?
She always does. Such a sweet woman.
She is wonderful.
Really.
She's
lovely to be around. Lovely to deal to, play with.
Always has a good attitude, positive attitude.
And in the gambling world, that's rare.
Yeah. So, looks like Betty called a bet with 6-7, or did she make the bet? I mean, because I don't know what she was doing on that flop. Wow. Bob's going to bet and take it here.
Yeah, I believe she bet the flop and then decided to give up, I think.
And she bet the flop and Bob called with 4s, huh? I dig it. Oh, we got a little more insight into the story, huh, Matt? Not surprised to hear any of it, but
I mean, hey, yeah.
Nice to hear a little confirmation. Benny's like a tournament vigilante. Just comes out of nowhere, and I've seen Benny lay down some monsters. Like in PLO, Benny's laying down like flop sets with like no straight or flush on the board.
What?
He's
on a dry board? My gosh. Does he wear a life vest in the shower? Is that another rumor we could start?
I don't know if that's a rumor.
I think only Harris players do that.
He might be a Harris player.
Okay.
Can't speak to his extracurricular activity.
All right, so Brian opens the button with 10-9 of clubs, and Betty defends in the big with a suited queen. I like this bet from Brian. Good board for him. He's got backdoor clubs, and Betty's going to at least see one more card.
Betty's short stacked here. I would have liked to see her bet. I mean, like either go all in or when check and then go all in, because at this point you're still leaving yourself open. So if you're just gonna fold it, then just fold it. But you're just too short stacked. And then what happens when your opponent bets the turn? Brian now has showdown value, so now he just figures might as well check it because he's definitely worried about Betty calling on a flop like that.
Well, the interesting thing is that because Betty's so short, it might deter Brian from bluffing her off.
Right.
So maybe, I think Betty would call any bet here.
Yep.
Now that he checked, and yeah, she knows she's good. It's the only bad thing. Can't bluff the short stack, usually.
That would have been an interesting bet, though, on the river.
I would have liked to have seen it. She probably wouldn't have liked it, but I think she's flicking in the call there. She's played with Brian enough.
True. And
capable
he
of.
was betting on the button too, so his range there is
Doesn't
pretty
have to.
wide.
Yeah, doesn't have to have an ace. And if had he turned backdoor diamonds, I think he's betting the turn.
Right,
So-
100%. 90%.
And he's sitting with about 60 bigs. He's got a healthy stack, and he decides to. He raise, or did he just call? He did raise. He raised at
Raising with
2.5K. See,
9-6
that's what I'm.
suited.
That's why I'm like,
Go.
didn't know he had this in him. He's got some chips in front of him. Bet he's going to defend again from the blind.
Wow,
Interesting board here. So Betty with middle pair, and she's short. Benny's going to flop a flush draw. I like the C bet here.
It's a tough spot for Betty.
Force her to. It's hard not to call at least once if you're going to call with that hand before the flop. We'll see if Benny slows down.
He sure
I
does.
believe he does check it back, and I don't know if Betty gonna fold to any bet here.
Yeah,
And Benny's not gonna
is
give
Benny,
up.
Is Benny checking any king on that turn? Yeah, I like this call.
Yeah, great call from Betty. Didn't even think about it long. Yep.
Betty, just like that, going from 15K to 35 in 2 hands.
That's the problem with when you're bluffing with the flush draw on the flop, and then you check the turn and it bricks out.
Yep.
Your opponent's gonna put you on a missed flush draw a large portion of the time. So
Or even like ace queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Benny raised pre-flop, so I mean, the chances of him flopping the flush draw aren't really that good. But I mean, there's a wide range of hands where jacks are just good there, and Betty just said, hey, if you got it, you got it. But I mean,
right, and when the flush draw bricks out, you want your opponent to be the one holding the hearts. So when you're blocking like some of the hands you could get your opponent to fold, usually not good candidates to fire on that river. But Benny gets ace king right back, tries to get those chips back that he lost, and Bob is going to defend in the cutoff. Bob is sticky. Now that you,
he's the best kind of sticky.
oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when he's got a stack in front of him. He's got 70K, so he doesn't mind foxing. So do you hold any like credence to like, so Benny's previous bet with 6-9 suited was 2.5x. He went to 2.5, and then with ace king he goes to 3K. Do you think there's anything behind that?
Were there any limpers in front of him?
No.
I didn't see.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I mean maybe being under the gun, you know, you can open a little bit more because you're out of position, so you can charge players. You know, you don't want to price in too many people to call behind you, but some players do that though, and they just kind of telegraph their hand strength by their bet sizing. So I don't know if that's what Benny's doing, but he's going to end up taking it down.
Your boy's back.
Honey, I'm still at work.
That's not me. It's somebody else.
I just got a raise.
Do you see the Hustler Casino Live clip recently where the kid brought his whole bankroll on the table? I think he came to the table. He bought in for like 20K. He ran it up to 90, and then he gets involved with a hand. You know what 3-coin is?
The Corey Eyring hand with
Yes.
the straight flush.
And he has the ace of hearts.
So the shtick is like, you know, he's a very popular YouTuber, and he's done a great job. He's put out a lot of content the last like year or so.
The kid has. Corey has.
Corey has, yeah. He's one of the top poker YouTubers at the moment. But some people are saying like that's not really his whole bankroll. You know, he's
Oh, because
it's
he's
just-
making steady income. Like
it's
with
just
the,
yeah, because those are always his titles for his thumbnails. Like, bought it for my whole bankroll. You know, and then he's, you know, his videos, he's like making phone calls to people. Hey man, I need you to back me. I need you to, you know, buy me a piece. And
Gotcha.
so, granted, I'm sure that is like a decent portion of his money, but he's making a lot from YouTube.
Sure.
And, you know, that's how we initially got the ball rolling, was like, you know, I'm going to Vegas with my entire net worth. We'll see how I do. And
Well, here's the thing, and I mean, especially hearing you say that, like, are you really just gonna basically flip a coin for 180K or for,
For
90,
your entire-
for 90K
yeah, no.
for your whole
No.
net worth? We're folding that. This is just the third nuts, really, when you think about it, especially
Right.
against a guy like 3-coin who could easily have a 6 of hearts or a 10 of hearts.
for sure.
You know, so are
For sure.
we Are we flipping
But
our
listen,
whole?
granted, like, hey, like, do your thing. You know, he's a very entertaining
Sure.
player, solid player, like, not knocking it, but that's his whole thing is, like, people are really saying online, no, kid's actually got a lot of money. And
Gotcha. Yo, what up, Reb?
what's going on?
Welcome in, everybody in the chat. How we doing?
Regulars in the chat, regulars at the feature table. Brian and Bob going heads up.
Brings in a little gutter ball for Bob, but other than that, it's pretty much going to be a bet it and take it type hand. Bob says, I would like to be that guy. Brian senses a little stickiness out of Bob. Makes the call. Good call. But I say 5's going to be a dagger for Brian. Oh, Bob going all in.
What a boss.
I love it.
What a boss.
I love it. Oh, my God. That's great.
That's so sick.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if
And he doesn't show.
If he sticks in like 15 or 20K, he might get snapped by Brian. Because if Brian thinks he's good on the turn.
Right. He did have oh, my net worth never gets above 1K. Yeah. Hear that, buddy. Hey, but that's you can start a YouTube channel too. You're always in for your entire bankroll every session.
Every time I play, I'm in for my bankroll.
I'm risking all of it. And that's why people are saying these things. It's like, obviously I don't have proof that, you know, this isn't his entire bankroll, but like he's done these flips for his whole net worth like a million times, and everyone's like, okay, so he just never loses. He always
or he's just always in for it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like,
no, I get it. And you know, it's good for content too. And it's
oh, his videos are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much enjoy him. Brian and Bob going at it again, blind on blind. Nobody's going to take a stab here. Brian with bottom pair. And now does decide to bet out and take control of the pot. Blinds are now 1,000, 1,500 with a 1,500 ante. 20 players remain. 34 total entrants into the field. Top 4 spots are getting paid out. And for those of you, like Rebel, with a 1K bankroll, we have a $10 poker party recently that was massively successful.
Ooh, what was first place? First place like a G, right?
Ooh, it's usually at least 1,000.
Can't really beat
I mean,
that.
yeah, and I believe
100 extra buy-in. Let's go.
Yeah, and for brand new tournament players, your first entry was free if you said poker party at the cage.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We're just saying, please come in. Please come in. Honestly, listen, if you want to learn poker and you're not familiar with the rules and you're uncomfortable, that is the perfect time to come in.
I would just say that at the beginning of every tournament now. Poker party?
Poker party? Yeah, every time. You're buying in for our $300 multi-flight poker party?
The cage lady looks at you. She's like,
is there a promo going on?
Anyway.
It's like, sir, don't you work here? Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Sir, this is a Jiffy Lube, so.
So I'm guessing you don't want your cabin air filter? No, sir, I don't.
You hear about Gilbert Arenas?
I did hear something about that.
Ouch.
Well, those players didn't get their money for being smart. So.
Joaquin's going to get just a walk here with ace-8 suited? All right. Buddy, take that. Take that and run.
Absolutely.
Basically double up without seeing a flop.
Not too many walks here at the Kennel Club, the Action Palace.
Not, especially with a short stack like that.
Let's see. I've never seen Benny downstairs playing cash. I know Brian and Bob both play cash. They both 2-5 regs.
I've seen Benny play cash once.
Really?
Yes, and it was a 2-5, and I don't remember much about it, but I've seen it once. He is. I don't want to say strictly a tournament player because I have seen him down at cash, but he is a tournament player.
I respect that. I don't know how some people do it, only playing tournaments. And I guess if you have, if you have the time and so Charlie's going to lead out with top pair and take it down. Joaquin's not going to defend. Still 20 players remaining. And we get NFL back tonight.
Let's go!
The Hall of Fame game tonight, 8 o'clock.
Let's go. Ironic that they call the first preseason game the Hall of Fame game, even though it's like the worst game of the year.
I've never cared so much about Hendon Hooker and Trey Lance. My boy Trey Lance.
I think they had a 45-yard over-under for him for Trey Lance tonight.
Oh, he'll smash that.
You would think.
It's got to be higher than that.
I don't think so.
It's got to be. He's got to be like 9. He's the starting quarterback.
Like I said.
Hey, you never know, though.
Maybe it was 45 yards rushing. Joaquin with the same hand, ace-8. He's getting snapped off by Brian in the big, I promise.
Yeah.
Not in the big, but in the under the gun raise.
All right, Joaquin's going to need to win a flip to stay alive.
Benny wants his change. Can't really blame him. Wow, easy game.
This bottom set for Brian.
Runner clubs? Nope, not today.
No.
Set gonna hold.
There will be no blood.
Even without
Brian
the
will
set,
eliminate
please hold.
Joaquin, and we are down to 19 players. One more, we will be down to 2 tables.
The math is mathin'.
It says seat open. I have a bad habit of not waiting until players are out of the vicinity to say seat open.
Yeah.
It's just a habit because the players at the table rush me. Do they know we got a seat? I'm like, buddy, give them a second to walk away.
Can I tell you something? If your feelings are hurt because the dealer is saying seat open, you know your seat's open. We're not like trying to.
We're
get
not
on.
rubbing it in.
No.
No, of course not.
We're just trying to get.
We are upset to see you leave, but we need someone to fill your spot.
We're so sad.
We're so sad. So sad to see you leave.
I had a guy the other day. I'm dealing cash downstairs. A seat open. Guy gets up. He didn't get knocked out. He just cashed out. I yelled out seat open, and less than 10 seconds later, somebody sits down. I was like, oh, did they call you here? He's like, oh, yeah, they called me here. I was like, oh, they just called you here in the 10 seconds of where I just said seat open. He's like, oh, yeah, I was ready to go. I'm at the top of the list. I'm like, oh, yeah? Let's find out. And it was not the day to, try me.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'll
love
be
it.
like.
No, I love it.
Nah.
It's like, we're gonna find out today.
And, of course.
We're going to double check.
Of course, somebody comes up a minute later. They called me to this table. Where's the seat opener? And I look at him, and he doesn't even say anything. He just picks up his chip and walks away. He didn't even try to fight it. I'm like, thank you for not insulting my intelligence any further. I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing that.
What's that?
On certain days, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna double check.
Yeah,
make sure you're at the top of the list.
Today is not the day.
18 players remain, so we will
let's go.
have a full featured table shortly here once we get the players situated. Oh boy, is that Tom
Sure
in the
is.
9th seat? My man.
Tom with 43K.
Look at that. Look at that corner of the table right there.
No, that's
Benny, Brian,
That is a
Bob
sticky
and
corner.
Tom, that
is
is
a
just
sticky corner.
good
right
luck
there.
trying to raise your button in that corner of the table.
95%.
Oh, and Betty with
defending
queens, just in time. She's just gonna, yeah, she's not gonna mess around. She's just gonna get it in. After Tom opens to 4K.
Welcome to the table, Tom. Tom's counting like he's actually thinking about it, but we know he's not. There's no world where Betty is racing with anything less than ace-king here. Tom, buddy, come on.
Tom, don't just think about what you have. Think about what your opponent could have.
He knows. He knows there's no shot. This is a
Posturing.
we call this a mummer's farce.
Okay. I've learned something new today. I've
Yeah.
never heard that.
Yeah, now you have.
So I learned Benny has apparently been working with us every morning for the last 10 years. You know,
Oh, yeah,
going to work, and then
yep,
a mummer's farce is when you're posturing.
That's a Game of Thrones term.
Oh, okay.
It's a mummer's farce.
Yeah, that show's dead to me. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, buddy, don't say that.
Listen, and it's funny you bring that up. Because I was on YouTube the other day, and I came across just randomly on one of the thumbnails the Hodor episode, and I just watched it just for nostalgia.
Sure.
The 3 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it was so good.
It was great. Yeah.
So good.
But here's the thing: that was all George R. R. Martin. Everything else was.
That's what I know.
Guys. Listen, I didn't have as big of a problem with the final season as everybody else. Everybody else, like, really just.
I despised it, bro.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah,
I still.
They could have made it better. There's no doubt about that. But I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did.
It's like you got to land the plane. It's just like in a tournament.
And sometimes
You start off hot. Who cares if you're the chip leader
sometimes
until you know through level 12?
Sometimes you got to get drunk and Denzel Washington it.
If
you know?
you're not, you know.
Sometimes you got to flip the plane over.
If you're not finishing like top 3, like does it even matter?
Yeah. Yeah, they made it to the Super Bowl. They're the Bills. They made it
The
to the
North
Super Bowl.
remembers.
Apparently. Yeah, checks all the way around. Charlie's going to hit the king and effectively going to end this hand. Tom's going to take a stab, but it's not going to work.
Charlie said thank you for that.
Tom says you win. Go get him, Brian. I hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing final table by the time you get up, though. Already down to 17.
So just a quick reminder, our $300 multi-flight 100K guarantee will take place August 7th through the 10th. We'll have 5 flights, 1 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and 2 on Saturday. We will have a day 2 restart on Sunday at 12:15. The initial morning flights are all at 11:15 a.m. for day 1. And we have an $85 satellite on Monday and Tuesday, August 4th and 5th at 11 a.m. and 6:15 p.m. So 4 satellites, 2 days before the tournament. Great chance to, get in at a good price. We've been routinely crushing the guarantee in that event. So,
speaking of good price, Tom thinks he's getting a good price here to try and knock out 2 players with King 10 suited.
We got 2 okay, so Marie and Bob are both going to be at risk, and Tom will actually be crippled if he loses.
Pretty good flop for Bob. Bad turn. Marie's going to be good for the moment. And
Bob will end up rivering the flush to more than double up his stack.
That's a triple up. Well, pretty close anyway, yeah. Bob was all in for 20K, comes out of it with 56K. Hey, man, some people just need you elsewhere, you know?
$16 players remain. Top 4 will be getting paid, assuming no chop. I would bet there will be a chop of some sort.
Whoa, buddy, don't just put that out into the universe. We want to see a winner. We want to see violence.
As much as I would love to see that, I know Benny, because I know Benny's not getting knocked out. So
you just know this, huh?
I just know. I have full confidence in this man.
Full confidence, huh?
But he was able to fake a day job for like a decade.
You want to know what the funny part about that was? He's a chef. Or he's a cook.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
or at least that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Again, this is all
That's his alibi, huh?
This is all unconfirmed. So can you
He's
imagine,
working at the paddock?
Can you imagine pretending to be a cook, going to work and then coming home in a collared shirt? Not smelling like
no
onions
stains.
And, yeah,
no stains,
exactly.
nothing. You don't smell like, you don't smell like shrimp fried rice.
Yep. Got a pretty flop full of diamonds. Nobody has any diamonds, so again, this is going to be a you bet it, you get it. Bob is more than happy with bluffing in position.
This is a pretty aggressive, sticky table.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Betty plays relatively snug, but other than that, I mean.
She plays really snug, but she's also not afraid to call with a lot of
right.
hands trying to spike. You won't see too many bluffs
for sure.
But she's not just like waiting around.
Right. You're not going to run her over in like a clear spot where you're supposed to call. Like for sure.
She was short stacked and defending with queen six suited, so I mean she's definitely not afraid to put it in there. But as far as sticky goes, I definitely wouldn't call her sticky. Pretty much just because she's a lady. I wouldn't say that about any lady.
How gentlemanly of you.
Yeah, that's me.
Our $10 poker party this month will be August 29th at 6:15 upstairs in the poker room. I am not sure if we are doing the same promotion as last month for your initial entry, but we were slammed last time. We had well over.
There's going to be a different catchphrase, a different secret.
What should be the catchphrase this month?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Winter came for House Frey.
Yeah.
Winter is coming. That's what we're going to say.
There you go.
Winter is coming.
The river is coming.
The river is coming.
Tom's going to be all in here with his ace-king. He might get a call out of Bob. Tom's in pretty good shape here, though. Dominating the king-9.
All right, Tom's going to need to hold.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Not the one Bob wanted to see.
Hold on.
He's going to hold up.
Looking at our chip counts after this, Brian, 20% of the chips in play at the future table with 64,000. Blinds are 1K, 1,500 with a 1,500 ante. And Tom is our short stack, though he just doubled up. So he's sitting at 13 big blinds.
It's doable. It's workable.
Doable, workable. Nobody in the danger zone just yet. Both Bobs right behind Brian with roughly 58,000 chips. I believe the total prize pool for today was around 3,900, almost 4,000.
Yep, about 3,800.
All right, so Benny, waking up with king, queen of clubs, is going to open under the gun to 3,500, and now Tom is going to reshove from the cutoff with ace-7 of diamonds. We'll see if Benny decides to look him up.
Benny's got a lot of chips, but he likes to get it in when he knows he has the best hand.
He doesn't like to speculate too much,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And he's got to know that with a hand like this, he's probably does not have the best hand, even though he's probably a coin flip. We can see by the percentages based on the hands that have been thrown away, Benny's actually a favorite here.
Right, just because some of the cards have been discarded, but Benny knowing Tom at least has an ace here.
I think if Benny saw Tom's hand, I think he would call.
Benny folds in disgust.
Can we get a dub? Can we get a voiceover from you? I miss work for this. Kind of surprised Benny didn't call a player like Tom. I mean, you guys definitely have been playing together for years, and he knows Tom could easily have a hand like King Jack there, King 10. You know, chances are he has an ace or a pair, but still, I don't think I'm folding King Queen there, King Queen suited. Especially seeing Bob's success when he when he went on with King Queen suited and hits a flush. So a lot of avenues to hit the best hand there for Benny.
Brian going to open King Jack off under the gun, sitting with 64,000 in chips. Betty's just, he's in a mood today. Folds his hand in disgust.
You ever seen anybody talk with their hands as much as Benny?
No.
My wife, but that doesn't count.
Yeah. This guy just, I love him.
It's like watching a cartoon. I think we're doing a Chihuahua.
I think they're only slow drafts now for that.
It says 27.
Oh, okay. Did they open up another one?
No, it's almost filled. 20 seconds. Let's see what's happening. Oh, that was the last one. We're in. It's not even giving me the option. I was just gonna see how many, but first pick.
All right, so Charlie limps in the cutoff with King Jack, and Brian is just going to check his option in the big blind. Check, check on the flop. Ace is going to deter people from betting, and then we'll see if Charlie decides to stick it in here.
Yeah,
Sticking a bet anyway.
Brian's going to give it up. Charlie knows he has the best hand. He's going to put in a little value here. Kind of surprised Charlie didn't c-bet on the turn when the ace came, but...
Probably thinking king highs might be good enough.
Yeah, true. All right, we're locked.
Blinds are now 1,000, 2,000 with a 2,000 big blind ante, or unless our graphics are incorrect.
Our graphics are never incorrect.
Never? Oh, no.
Never.
They are not incorrect. I stand corrected. Betty's going to open min click with 9-8 of clubs under the gun +1.
Brian folded King 3
very
suited, and I'm wondering why, but then I see that he's got food behind him, so it's understandable.
And Bob not electing to 3-bet
Not against
Betty's early position open.
Wow,
And
what
a flop for her, too.
Woo.
Open-ended with a flush draw, and Bob, I think, not a fan of the lead.
I feel like if we're Betty, we're just shoving here. I don't like the
I
call here.
Yeah, I don't like the bet, and I don't really like the call, only because...
And especially if she could continue her story of having a big hand pre-flop, she could go all in. She's getting a lot of queens even to fold from Bob there because it's going to show so much strength.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, see, that's why you just got to go all in on a flop like that. You're getting most hands to fold. Bob's snap calling this, I promise you.
Yep, he does flick in the call.
Poor Betty. Betty, you had a chance there. Had a chance to be the hero. What a flop. What a dream flop. But this just goes to show you, even when you have dream flops like that, I mean, it's relatively easy to brick out, you know. She even had outs with the 8 or 9, you know, not just straight draw flush draw outs, but even 8 or 9s would have been good. But In most situations, when a player bets first like that, they're not going to have a strong hand because if he flops 2 pair, if he flops top, or a set or something like that, he's going to check it to you every time. So when he comes out betting, that's almost going to be a feeler bet like almost every time to see where you're at. And if you just shove on them, that is showing so much strength. It doesn't have to be a flush draw. I mean, that's easily could be ace queen, aces kings.
For sure.
I just think the all in on that flop is, you know, we just got to take our shot there.
Right, and even if you do get called, you still have plenty of equity. So
Plenty. And as we can see in that particular hand, she's never getting called with ace-jack there. So Bob played it really good. From the call pre-flop, you know, keeps it small, keeps the pot small so he can have some avenues to bet on the flop turn and eventually call with the best hand on the river. You know what's crazy, though? If he doesn't hit that jack, I mean, Betty's bet probably gets through.
So Benny's going to open up the cutoff with king jack off, and then Brian is just going to flat the button with ace 10, and now Tom is also just going to flick in a call and try to set mine from the big blind with pocket fives. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop. That's gonna whiff everyone. See if Tom decides to lead. He does. He tries to. It's like, you know what? This isn't a terrible flop for fives. If you got a queen, so be it. Luckily for him, neither player does. It's a really risky shove from Tom, to be honest, because you could just be getting snapped off by one of these two. But luckily for him, second pair is going to be the best hand, and he takes it down. $16 players remain. Top 4 will be getting paid. First place walking away with roughly $1,800, Terry?
1,800 and I'm sorry, 1,600. I'm gonna try one more time. $1,760.
$1,760 up top for first.
We'll get there together. All right, you're up next. That's my. Try to switch it up a little bit.
Where are you at? What's your name? Oh, okay.
The troll. The Duke Salon troll. Everyone fold around the Bob, who's going to put in a little bet with 5 deuce suited. Betty's calling with queen 3 in the big. I don't know if I really like this. Wow, Tom flops the world. Flush draw, straight draw. And he just puts it in. I like this.
Yeah.
Just take it down now. No reason to mess around. Don't even ask me what I'll do. Just do it. I gotta diversify my bonds, you know? Got Mike in the box right now, spitting that hot fire. Again, you don't know this because you don't usually work Thursdays with us, but Mike usually shows up fresh from the barbershop on Thursdays. I don't know if you could tell.
Oh, he knows he's going to be on stream?
I'm almost positive. It's never been confirmed again, but I'm pretty sure he...
It's like the Dexter meme that's popular now, the Dokes, the guy he always gives him like that suspicious look, like he knew he was the killer for like 4 seasons, and he's always looking at him real weird. He's like, something's off about this guy, but I can't figure it out.
Yep. No,
so
that's it.
That's the look we're giving him right now.
Uh-huh.
Like it's all lining up for him to know.
It's always fresh. Every
Hey,
Thursday.
that's a good habit.
Yeah, agreed. Betty's going to put it all in here with ace-9 suited. She's getting a call from Brian to see 5 cards, try to take out a strong player. Easy call from Brian. Easy game from Brian. Betty's going to need an ace. Oh! And pops it on the river. Sorry, it doesn't really hurt too much when Brian's in. My guy.
Consider yourself diversified.
I am diversified. That is my guy. That's funny. You're funny. You're so funny.
15 players now remain. loaded Kennel Club regular feature table with Betty in the 2-seat.
I should have told you to make one of those picks, Joe Burrow.
For those of you planning to make it out here this weekend, our high hands are now every 15 minutes paying out $400 on Friday and Saturday. We have progressives going all weekend. Those last past the high hand, so even after midnight, you can still win, you know, a couple $1,000 just by hitting, you know, a royal flush or a straight flush to the queen, something of that nature.
We had a royal progressive get up to, it's like 3 weeks ago. What did it get up to, like 7 or 8K? I think it was at least 7K. And Buddy didn't even know he hit it. He thought he just hit the nut flush. I swear.
That's
Somebody at the table.
sir, there's $8,000 sitting under your couch.
Nah, leave it there. I'm gonna let it vest.
Yeah, our progressive promotions up. Players are a big fan of it. Dealers are definitely a big fan of it. Gives everybody a sweat.
I love it. I think it's great. And you're right. The players do love it.
They do. No, always. They're always like, oh, what's that? What are those yellow payouts on the board? What are those? And I'm like, dude, you just hit the hand. It's yours.
That's
no sweating
that's
it.
the best part. Yeah,
you don't have to
wait
hold.
for the clock. Yeah.
You just got to be the first one to hit it.
Hit it, you win it. Bob actually waking up with a hand here.
It's like, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
Brian's going to open up with a raise under the gun here with Queen Jack. Bob is definitely re-raising here.
Bob says, I'm a seasoned enough player to know this is a 3-bet spot with ace king of clubs.
What's the book say?
Anything but fold. We'll see if Brian decides to defend here.
Nah, Brian's folding.
Yeah. No, and Bob's not messing around. Queen Jack off, not the best holding. He's going to take it down.
Bro, they're going to give me Burrow. They're going to give him to me.
Don't do it. Actually, do what you want. I'm not saying a word.
I mean, I have to. Oh, no, I already took Allen. I forgot.
That's what I'm saying.
I already forgot. You're right. You're right. Totally forgot I did that.
All right, so Charlie in the cutoff is going to open with king, queen off, and we'll see how Bob decides to proceed here. I know he's not folding. Well, never mind. I stand corrected.
You don't know
Is
that.
Bob, he's turned a new leaf since I've played with him. I can't believe he just folded that. So now Benny in the small blind is going to give it up. And Charlie takes it down uncontested. 15 players left with 4K in the prize pool. Top 4 will be getting paid out.
Yeah, the blinds check it down here and see a flop. Nobody flops anything. We're gonna check, check. 6 on the turn. Check, check. We got a straight on board here. No one's going to try and buy it. These guys are just happy to chop it up and get on to the next one.
Bob says, don't even think about it, kid.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. I wouldn't try to make that move on Bob either, to be honest.
That's funny.
Now, if you make that bet against Benny, Benny's going to be in agony for a couple minutes.
He's still thinking about it.
He will show you with his hands that he doesn't know what to do in that spot.
Where are we at?
8 picks left.
Spoiler alert, I still hear one of our players still in.
These guys are getting loud out there. That's why we have the table stream down a little bit. Because Betty and Benny are going wild. Brian too. It's a very active table.
Yeah.
Betty's going to be all in under the gun with ace-8 off.
She's going to get it through here.
Relatively short. I'm surprised no one's giving her some respect.
Yeah, nothing even really close to playable, I don't think.
Betty is going to stay alive. Yeah, Tom lets it go.
I'll be honest, man. If I'm Tom, I might even just call there. See 5 cards, knock a player out. You're assuming you're probably live. Players under the gun.
Praying,
so, I mean,
yeah, praying you're live.
Pretty much any ace. Any king, too.
All I know is you're always getting called if you do that. If you make that same bet, you are always getting called.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick. It's an image game. It really is an image game.
Agreed. Someone's a lockbox.
All right, we are down to 13 players, and now Brian in the cutoff. Action folds to him. He's going to open with queen 4 of diamonds.
I don't have a lot of Jalen Warren. I like that.
You needed a running back. Yeah.
Well, not only that, I just like actually his position. I like the coordinator. You know, I actually, especially our conversation with rookie running backs, not really running away with the job in any way. This guy's an established veteran. He has really no injury history. Fast, catches the ball, good in pass protection. I'm kind of surprised actually that I don't have him in more spots, especially for the value. You know.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers not a fan of rookies.
No. Aaron Rodgers not a fan of much.
Yeah, right. Aaron Rodgers had Breeze Hall in his back. He's like, no, I want Dalvin Cook back there because he catches the hand. He takes the hand off the correct way. It's like, buddy, you realize you have a Ferrari sitting in the garage and you're trying to drive your Honda Civic.
Is gonna get you.
Thank you to everybody in the chat that has joined us. Phil, 4500, what's up, brother?
Phil, what's up?
Betty all in again. She's got 9 lives apparently. She's gonna shove the small blind heads up, and I like this move from Betty Luck. Queen high heads up, blind on blind is typically gonna be the best hand. And she retrieves the button too, so gets another orbit to try to make something happen. 13 players are left, and 4 will be getting paid out. So for the rest of this month, this will be our tournament, our Thursday tournament. $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee, no limit hold'em. It is not PLO for at least the rest of the month. I think it's going to be up in the air what we decide to do after that. But we've got some ideas in the works. We're trying to make everyone happy, so we'll see.
It ain't easy making everyone
Listen,
happy.
Joey wants you guys to be happy. So
He does. He does.
he does. And he does genuinely listen to all of your feedback. So we appreciate it.
He really does.
No, for sure.
He's the best tournament director I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a bunch of them.
I would agree, man. I would agree. Charlie going to lead out with top pair, and Bob is Gonna check if his hole cards have changed somehow, and they have not. So Charlie again just kind of quietly laddering up.
I can't quit him. I'll never let go, Marvin.
Yeah, I've had to restrain myself on that.
I can't. I can't do it. The value every time, I just keep thinking about it. I mean, but he's going to be getting all the secondary coverage, the second cornerbacks, the lesser coverage, and he's never getting double covered. I don't know.
My prediction is Charlie's going to come in third place.
Is that
We'll see, buddy. Don't count out my boy Benny.
Is that Barbecue Phil? That would be my guess. Barbecue Phil 4,500.
Benny's not trying to make this a half day of work, so he's going to see a flop. Brian opened under the gun with king, queen of spades, I believe. It ends up flopping top pair.
Benny with a gutter ball, but Brian's going to make this tough for anyone to call, really.
Brian's going to try to make Benny do the thing with his hands real quick and put out a bet.
A little half pot-sized bet. I like it. Tough spot with sevens in the small blind. I mean, there's just no flop you're going to like that doesn't involve a seven. You're going to be folding that like 75% of the time. But we got to set mine, or else what are we doing, you know?
Or re-raise pre,
sure.
or shove pre.
Especially against a hand like Brian, or a player like Brian.
Benny's thinking, is the jack coming? Is there any way I can know the jack is coming? Benny says no. Only winter is coming. You know, funny story about that show. Joffrey. Apparently, he is like the nicest person in real life.
Yeah, I've also heard that.
They all say that. They're like, such a nice kid, very professional, and then he is. So that's just a, you know, applause to his acting, because he was probably the most hated character, one of them.
Not even in that show, obviously, but like of all time.
Yeah,
he would make a lot of top 10 lists on like
of just
most hated character for sure. What's up, Nandy in the chat? How's it going? We're just talking about Joffrey over here, you know, years later. No big
some
deal.
Game of Thrones, yeah, rehashing some of our old wounds, you know. Never got any closure from that show. Literally no closure, so. So I believe the blinds have gone up 20-minute levels for our Thursday tournament. I believe we're going to be 1,500, 3,000 with a 3,000 big blind ante. Started the day with 34 total entries. Once again, beating the guarantee. Tomorrow will be our weekly Friday 10K guarantee, $130 buy-in. Flight starts at 11:15 a.m. and Saturday we will have our black chip bounty, $300 10K guarantee. Every player you knock out, you will receive a $100 black chip, and that will be double points for Saturday. So a chance to make some money and gain some ground in the standings. Very, very popular event. Good one to commentate, too. Nancy and Steffi Moe, I believe, will be in the booth for that on Saturday.
Ooh, it's a bunch of ladies.
It's ladies' night.
Oh, what a night.
Bob's going to open with pocket jacks, and Brian is not going to defend with king 10 of hearts. Makes the right fold, and those Bob's not messing around, raising under the gun with that sizing. Brian makes the good laydown.
Down to our 14 players. We're 7 and 7. We're going to play down to 9. We're also going to play down to a winner.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to the stream, everybody. We appreciate all of you joining us in the chat.
First place is taking home 1,760 smacks.
So Betty, just in time, is going to wake up with ace-jack of clubs under the gun +1, and I believe she is just going to shove.
Easy shove.
With 5 big blinds.
Yeah,
We'll see if she can get it through again. I don't know if she's even yet to be looked up.
Nope.
On her all-ins. Players know she's not messing around.
Bob's got to call.
Bob is going to want to call, but I don't know if he will.
I think he's going to call here to
You
close
think
out
he's
the
like-
action
he's
and
like-
take out I mean, if he assumes he's live, it's
He's like,
definitely
she
a good
keeps
call,
stealing
but
my blinds. Get off my lawn.
He's got the Tony Stark glasses on. He's ready to battle.
Oh, good call on that. You're right. Those are. I love you 3,000, Betty Davis. Bob deciding if he's getting the right price based on the hands that Betty would be shoving with. She is short, and he is going to open. Yeah, he's going to show. Let's go, Queen Jack. Makes a good disciplined laydown. Betty finally showing that, yes, I do have it. She's had it this time. And she does stay alive. She is going into the blinds, though. So we'll see how she decides to navigate this. It's the tough part about being the short stack. You know, the good news is your decisions are pretty straightforward, but you're at the mercy of, if you go card dead, playing too patient, and you end up going card dead, it's going to be tough to get, tougher for people to fold when you're that short. So you risk getting looked up when you decide to wait too long. Bob so far has played relatively snug.
It's an understatement. I think he's played one hand. I'm pretty sure it's king, queen suited.
I don't remember him ever being that tight. I mean, granted, he hasn't really had any good hands,
No,
but
he hasn't had anything playable.
no, this is what I want to see. Bob and Tom blind on blind.
Used to be an old radio duo around here.
So what happens?
Wow,
Okay.
Tom putting in the raise with 5-4.
It's like you're not gonna limp my blinds, man.
Wow, I really like that raise.
I do too. I do too.
Especially when the small blind comes through limping.
Yeah, and that's really that is so important, blind on blind, knowing your opponent. What are their tendencies when they're in the small? Do they limp every hand? Do they only raise their good hands? Are they willing to limp with garbage too? So, and if they are, go ahead and put in the raise.
No, yeah, you got to know which players are.
That's
are
a
gonna be slow
very
playing a monster in the
For
small
sure,
blind.
that's a very player dependent. Like Brian, I know is very capable of limping some huge hands in the small
100%.
blind.
100%.
You're not just going to be able to, raise him on repeat when he limps. That's one of the nuances of playing from the small blind. It's because you're always getting a pretty good price to call with the big blind ante being out there, but you're out of position to the big blind. So make your life a little bit easier by mixing in some strong hands to limp with. Brian in the cutoff is not going to limp. Folds to him. He's going to open with ace-7 of hearts. It's a 6,500. And he is, I believe, just going to take it down. Shows Betty the ace. Did you take my pick?
Which one?
You're like, no, I need to get these guys real quick. Oh, my buddy just sent me. If you parlay Tua MVP with Dolphins Super Bowl for $50, your payout will currently be $73,000.
I'd rather.
I think,
I'd rather
guys.
buy a tank of gas.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just have 5 buy-ins to our $10 poker party. Much better chances taking that down.
For sure. That's funny.
Poor Dolphins fans. I don't think they've ever won a playoff game since I've been alive.
No, but every preseason they're believers. They know it's a.
But hey, they had 1972 or 73.
And they remind us every year. Every year.
You know. Brian in the hijack's an open ace king, and Bob is going to defend. So Bob limped in with ace 10, and then Brian raised to 15K, and then Bob limp called. Brian is going to continue the story and does shove actually on that board when checked to him and takes it down. Trying to rep the queen. 3 bets pre. I love the shove there from Brian. Even if you get called by, queen 10 or something, so be it. Continue the story.
For Bob there. I mean, your first to act. I mean, I guess if you're just in shutdown mode, but he did have. It's not the worst flop. He has a couple of backdoors. If he makes the move, I mean, I feel like your opponent's probably folding jacks there. Definitely folding ace king. I mean.
And that's why if you're in Bob's spot under the gun, if you're gonna play the hand, just raise. Limp calling, and there's not a lot of boards where you can rep. So if he's the one that raises pre-flop, granted Brian would have 3-bet ace king, but say he just called. I mean, Bob can then rep the queen, credibly being the pre-flop raiser. So you give yourself more ways to win the hand when you come into the pot with a raise. You can either take it down pre-flop, or you can rep high card boards when they come out. So just makes your life so much easier. Tom is not going to make anyone's life easier with pocket 9s. He's going to come in with a raise to 12K in the cutoff. And now Bob is left in the big stack, dwindling away a little bit after losing that pot to Brian. We'll see what he decides to do here with king high.
Top projected team there. Projections don't mean anything, but
Because you took 3 quarterbacks, that's why.
I know. But so did everybody else. So it doesn't really affect too much.
My man.
Got him. And I went reverse too. I went Keaton first, and then somehow Hill was still
He
there.
just fell.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, Mike's still in.
Yep. I was gonna say. Sometimes, yeah, we are on a what's the delay, Terry, for this event?
30 minutes.
30-minute delay? Okay. So yeah, sometimes we get spoiled hearing some of our more vocal regulars. So we know who's going to be joining the feature table eventually. We will not spoil it for you guys.
It may or may not be Mike.
It may or may not be, it may or may not be Mike. Now you really want to have a good time. Deal a 2-5 game with Brian and Mike at the same table.
Oh my God.
And Bob.
I mean, it's the same thing as if they all 3 of them make this final table here. I mean, they're going to be chatting it up. Let's see if that cleared up any.
Nope.
Sure didn't. looks like Nandy just popped in to say hello, and that was about it. Anybody else in the chat out there? Let us know you're alive and you can hear us. Do us a favor, throw in a like, follow, comment, subscribe. Any of it, all of it helps and goes a long way. We just appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Thursday afternoon.
Line still at 15 3K with a 3K big blind ante. Very reg heavy feature table up to this point. We'll see which players survive from upstairs. Ended the day with 34 total entries, and Benny's just not going to defend the small. And he goes into his explanation. Benny, I will continue your day job story as long as I live.
I mean, he's supposed to be at work right now.
Yep, I will. Hey,
He's
one of our most valued employees.
He's got his chef's coat.
A great attitude.
He's got to put it on before he goes home.
Always has a great attitude when he comes in.
Betty Boop sitting with ace-4 offsuit. I don't like anything other than all in here. I don't like going to pretend like you're going to grab.
Ooh, and she decides to wait. She's going to gamble. She's going to gamble, coming up right on the blinds. Man, I don't know.
No, that was the one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Lucky for her.
She's just dodging bullets. Her sixth sense. She's played here long enough. Wow. This is interesting. Okay. So
man,
Betty ends up folding ace-4, super short stacked under the gun +1. Brian ends up waking up with ace-king in the small blind, and Bob is in the big blind right behind him with ace-queen of diamonds. We'll see if he elects to put in the 3-bet.
I can't see him.
Brian opens to 11K.
I can't see him not 3-betting here. This hand with just the small blind raising in front of you is a monster.
And I believe is that a min click? I think he did just click it back, and then Brian just going to ship. Bob's not in the mood to fold, and going to see the bad news. He is dominated, going to need some help. Brian also holding one of his diamonds.
Wow, what a cooler.
Yeah, blind on blind, that's pretty unlucky. With Betty having folded an ace, too. Man, how does she fold that? That's crazy.
Wow, what a flop.
So Bob flops top pair.
Oh
my gosh, no. Who is this dealer? Kevin, buddy.
Gnarly. What a tease.
So Bob ends up getting the dream flop for him. Brian with
Brian goes from being a 4-1 favorite to being a 4-1 dog to just smashing.
Needing a king or a 10. And ace-king ends up holding the hard way. And Bob is going to be eliminated with Brian accumulating a pretty sizable chip stack now. Betty probably telling me, I folded an ace under the gun with 5 big blinds. That's how good I am. I'm be honest, I would have been walking home too. If I was
under the gun, I'm seeing an ace short stack.
Yeah,
we're just in.
About to go into the big blind ante.
Yeah.
And now is someone going to, let's see. Okay, so we're not getting a player. That's probably what Betty's asking. It's like, are we going to even it out? And I think she will end up. So we're going to have a dead small, and she'll be big blind ante next hand.
This guy's got a less projection, he's got 4 quarterbacks. Like, hello? Look, he's eating up the
fish food.
I mean, it's just. This guy might be a bit of a bust too, but I just love the spot he's in.
Jimmy Horn, is that your alternate name right there? Bryce Young, Jimmy Horn stuff.
Bryce Young, Jimmy Horn, Tet. I love it. It's my guy.
Sicko. Well, someone's got to pay the rake. Oh, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. 13 players are left in our Thursday $150 3K guarantee no limit hold'em. This is not PLO. We are playing with 2 cards today. Blinds are 2K, 4K with a 4K big blind ante. It's about that time where players are really going to have to start making a move here to make it to the final feature table. Roughly $4,000 in the prize pool. First place will be walking away with $1,780. Paying out 10%. And Brian again with a freshly accumulated 170,000 chip stack is going to open A7 of diamonds in the cutoff. And Betty is super, super short. I think she kind of just has to go in with anything and pray that she's live, and she does end up calling all in with A6 off. Going to need some help. Luckily for her, she's not dominated.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah, you're halfway in, and you're getting the big blind antes out there as well. Really, any two, I think you have to call, to be honest.
No, I'm with you.
She's now at the mercy of the dealer. Benny anxiously awaiting to see if he can ladder towards a final table at work today.
Is that an 8 in the window?
That is an 8 in the window, so Betty's going to flop top pair.
No diamonds for Brian. You need an ace and an ace
Not
only.
gonna need it. Yeah, no backdoor outs. That's not going to. Oh, he does pick up a wheel draw. I stand corrected.
Nah, the 4 gives her the straight. Gives her the higher straight.
There you go, PLO player. Knowing all the.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You need to know the nuts immediately. Good for that's awesome. Maybe I should play PLO a little bit because I did not see that. So Betty is going to stay alive again. She has 9 lives confirmed.
And for those of you watching, you know, for your regular, you know, weekend warriors, just come out to play, have fun, but you're trying to get better at the game. You see a hand like 8-6 offsuit, you're put to the test, you know, for all your chips. Yeah, it's not a good hand, but when you have what 30, almost 40% of your chips in there in blinds, you have to hope that you're live, get it in there, and if you lose, you lose. But at least, because if you lose your 4K there, then you're putting in 2K in the next for the small blind, then you're down to 9K, and I mean that's tough to come back from. So
yeah, you never want to be folding that much of your stack.
No, you have too much equity in there. Look at Tom.
So Tom's just.
Tom looks like a cheetah. Like.
It's like, you want these chips? Come get them. Tom not trying to price anybody in. Over shoving 10 times the pot on the button with ace queen.
Where blinds at 2-4? No. 1.5, 3.
No, I believe we're 2-4.
That's 10K he just won there. So.
Yep, 2-4 with a 4K ante.
Pretty big pot for not seeing a flop. Benny, I feel like you got a hand like King 5 here. You're going to be paying 10K in blinds for the next 2 hands. I mean,
And we're relatively short-handed right now.
Yeah. I even think Tom might be folding a hand like Ace Jack if Benny's shoving, because I mean Benny's just so snug. I mean, maybe not.
Tom ain't
Tom's
folding.
probably- Yeah,
He
you're
ain't
right.
folding.
What am I saying?
No shot,
Yeah,
buddy.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You're right. But other players would. I know Tom. I just know Tom. That's it.
No, you're right.
He's.
Listen, he's picking up 20K in the last 2 hands here.
And
just on
Brian. Oh,
blinds.
so Brian decides to open, and Tom 3-bet shoves.
Love it.
So I'm not worried about the big stack.
Not when it's Brian. Not when he knows
Yeah,
Brian's
when
gonna
you
be
fold to
pulling.
Brian, he's going to be opening all sorts of hands. It's like, all right, I'm going to let you have it this one time. Brian is going to end up letting it go. Tom gets another one through.
Benny getting moved to another table? He didn't get knocked out, right? Yeah, we're going to even out the tables here. Looks like we're going to 6 and 6. Oh, no. Wow, we're down to 10. 5 and 5. One more
That was
knockout.
quick.
We are going to final.
There must have been some chaos upstairs.
There was carnage for sure. It always seems like the carnage happens upstairs. All right, makes for good storytelling. Which we also can't hear. Betty picking up queen, jack in the cutoff. Something tells me we just gotta do it, Betty Boop. She just gives away too much here. She just knows. This just shows me that her hand is just very
It's speculative. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because she doesn't look like she wants to go all in, but she's like deciding, do I have to?
And I think by the time she realizes even like her perception, like she just has to fold. Well, there we go.
Now, as long as she does it with aces and kings, I'm happy with it.
Brian, I think Brian's snapping here with ace 9.
He's not going to fold.
No, especially with the way that little act that she just did. I mean, you have to realize that this is a callable hand to see 5 cards to take place.
And he's got chips. I mean, it's
right. That's the X factor. You know, if he calls and he loses, he still has.
I mean, Brian's
over 100K.
Brian's played a lot of tournament poker. I mean, it's just you're not folding
No,
that.
of course not. Her hands basically face up. It's king, queen, king, jack.
It's marginal.
Never a pair. It's never ace,
or
jack.
like a weak ace maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, pocket 4s, 5s.
Yep. Even I feel like even 4s or 5s are getting in faster than than what she just did. You know. We got to work on that, Betty. We got to work on that.
Live tell.
Yeah.
All right, so Betty's gonna need some help. Go to a flop.
That ain't it.
Clean board for Brian so far.
Give the lady some paint.
Ooh, get chop outs,
chop,
chop opportunities, and that is not going to be
no
one of them.
chop.
Brian is going to hold, and Betty will be eliminated in 10th place, which means we are now down to our final feature table. Betty is a good sport.
She is the best.
She's just the best. I mean, really is.
She is Betty Davis.
You know what? I will not say seat open when she leaves.
Not even when she leaves?
You are not allowed to take her seat.
Your seat will be saved forever. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. We are going to go to our final table. When we come back, we will be 9-handed, and we are going to play down to a winner or a chop. Come on back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, Brian just calling with the queen 10 suited here. Chad has pocket 3s, the +1. He's also just going to call. Oh, my goodness. Friendly game, guys? Oh, my God. Party pooper for Bruce, folding the 4 deuce of clubs. Let's see. Silver Fox has 5 deuce of hearts here in the button. He's going to throw that out. Lyle's like, why not? And friendly game. Wow, look at this. I like it. 6 players. It's cheap enough, you know, why not? We can see a flop here. And
Bam, with the trippy trips.
yeah. Bam, there's a 7. He loving that. And he definitely loving that. He's like, oh, what, Bob? All in?
Get Bob. Well,
Say less. He's like, yeah,
I mean, he did flop 2 pair, to be fair. Bam's like, yes,
Can't wait to
I think
see
I'll take your bounty chip now.
Bob's face when he sees the hand. Oh, look, it's so stoic. He still has a poker face. He's like unfazed. It's impressive. So
Bam
it did
just
not
has
change
to
at all.
dodge ooh, I said dodge the aces, but now more outs for him.
Oh,
Ooh, it doesn't.
My God.
They both bowed up, but that's bad news for Bam.
Hand number 103 here. Level number 13, 4,000, 8,000, 8,000, 18.
Jeff has ace queen again.
Yeah, he raised it to 23,000 here. The +1. Patty with ace jack offsuit here in the hijack position.
Good laydown from Patty. Doesn't want to play against the early position raiser. She's going to conserve chips. Wow, Craig with ace king. Look at these hands.
Oh my god.
Tony just folds fives on the button. Craig with a large 3-bet. That looks like 75K, maybe 80.
All in. 75,000 all in.
Cool. You
Jeff
can even
jams?
finish counting it and Jeff just jams.
And call.
Yeah,
Wow,
snap.
Look at this one.
Craig with ace king off.
This is a
and
huge. This is a chip leader pot. Remember when this
Yeah.
is the new chip leader?
yeah, with ace queen of diamantes.
What's that? I said I had ace jack, not ace queen.
Oh my god, it's a queen high flop. Jeff takes a massive lead on the hand.
Yeah, 2 outs here for Craig.
Some shot opportunity. Oh, he's got a club draw.
Tony upset, folding the full house there. Yeah,
5.
making another. So Craig
Craig
will be
bust.
eliminated there. I'm not sure
Right.
how many.
Or bubble.
Yeah, how much bounties he had. Did he have any?
No clue.
Yeah.
But we do know that Jeff is now the massive chip leader. He's got to have like 500K, I think.
And another $100 in his pocket from that bounty.
Wow.
Bounty's out.
Yeah, me personally, if it's a bounty tournament, I want to keep the structure of the game. I don't want to get to the final table and then change the structure of the tournament.
In an
It just
envelope, you
seems
just kind of like
strange. And here we have a limp pot.
a basket.
Patty, I'm surprised Mike didn't raise there.
That's nice.
I am also surprised. I think it's maybe because he's chirping. He's got the chirping chips. He's talking.
Now everybody's just in for the taking.
Jeff, you want
All
in?
right. 4 out of 5 players to the flop.
Oh, you did it again, bro.
Okay, that one. It was
Yeah.
very.
No.
Wow, look
Nope.
at Patty's flop. My bad. Tony has top pair. He's going to lead.
50,000.
Chris is open-ended. He might call. Mike is open-ended. He might call. And then Patty's on the button with the actual nuts.
Yeah,
Wow.
Patty's going
50,
crazy.
call
Oh my
50.
Gosh.
Call 50. Jam all in. Look at this one.
Really? Let me see if this is like the all-in call.
That's crazy. Happy birthday, Patty.
Right.
I'm gonna. Oh.
Tony folds, rightly so.
Let's see the monster.
Wow. Free double up. Literally a free double up.
And you do have to think.
150K, dead money.
I am going to.
Oh.
Wow. Mike calls off with the open-ended.
I had your
Patty flopped the nuts with the straight flush draw. Just give it to her. 7 of hearts. High hand. 7 of hearts. Bink.
Any heart's gonna draw dead.
9.
Heart.
Heart.
Inconsequential heart. Mike needed a 9 for a chop, but
Wow.
that's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our final table. Yeah, sorry about that. If you guys were listening earlier, we had a little audio that we actually couldn't hear in our headphones, but apparently you heard from the table. It was just like a really bad sound, so we took care of that. No longer an issue.
Yeah, we thought we had the table audio muted, and we couldn't hear it. So, thank you, Ganja, for letting us know that you guys could hear it, so we could try to work on that for you.
Never thought I'd hear you say the words "thank you, Ganja."
Thank you, Ganja. Thank you, Ganja.
Thanks, Ganja.
All right, so we are down to our final feature table. 9 players are left. We got Mike joining us in seat 9. Man, this is like all regs here.
Yep. Talking about Ganja and regs. It's okay. I'll tell you later. I'll explain it later.
Okay.
We got Brett making the call on the big blind with a pair of 5s. He's going to see the bad news here. Not a terrible call, though, to close out the action with a pair.
All right, Bob is going to need to stay alive. Pretty big favorite going into the flop. All clubs for Brett, though. It's never easy. You're going to have to fade a club or a 5. And he does not.
Wow, that's gross.
Oh, man. Bob's double checking. He's like, that's 4 clubs, right? Yes, it is, sir.
Those were not the outs that that Brett was thinking about when he made the call, but both his suits were live, so that extra 3% goes a long way, apparently.
So Bob will be eliminated in 9th place. Brian is our current chip leader with 25% of the chips in play, sitting at 180,000. Charlie's now our short stack with roughly 6 big blinds. Blinds are 2K, 4K with a 4K big blind ante. We got Mike, Tom, Brett, Skip, Ruthie, Benny, and Charlie. Kennel Club staples at our final
Agreed.
table.
We should do a fantasy draft on who we think is going to take this down.
First pick, well, because we know the chip counts. If the chip counts were even going into this.
I'd still take Brian. I think Brian has the most, well, Mike or Brian, actually, I kind of like here, but I think Brian has the most tournament experience as far as just, you know.
Yeah, and he's going to play aggressive. He's not going to play, you know, he's playing for first place.
Yep. I do like to see Brian and Mike right next to each other with a relatively high chip count, so expect to see some.
Now, Tom is capable of foiling Brian's plans here.
Listen, this is I really like this table here. This is
I do
really
too.
anyone's game. I mean, this is a couple double ups away from really anyone being able to take it.
It's like, goodness, you go to, you know, on a Thursday, trying to just play some poker, and then it's like you get to this table. It's like, bro, these people are out to kill me. It's like Murderer's Row over here. Ruthie, 2 in seed 8, she doesn't mess around. I mean,
Nope.
she plays a lot of tournaments. Now, Brian with the big stack on the button, going to open.
Ruthie's a regular in the chat, too. If she's not playing in the tournament, we see her quite often in the chat, so we appreciate the support any way you look at it. Brian knows Benji's an easy target in the big blind. I feel like this could be a call. 6K. You already got 8 in there.
Man, you're just
mean,
going to
it's-
let it go. You're about to be on the button, you know.
I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, Brian, that's a wide range there. I feel like King Jack's almost at the top of his range.
It's definitely basically aces for his button opens.
For sure. I mean, obviously, I don't mind the fold. I'm just saying there's argument to be made for a call there, especially because he's first to act over Brian. So there's a lot of flops that he could just bet just because he's assuming his opponent's going to be on high cards. But Benny doesn't think like that. Benny's wired differently. Skip's got a nice healthy stack of 80K. He's going to put it to use here, putting a raise with Queen Jack off. But he's running into the buzzsaw that is Mike.
Mike is going to 3-bet with a premium. Pocket 10s to 32,000.
Brian might have made that same raise had it come to him, but
Now Benny's going to look at ace-8 of clubs in the big blind and not be happy to fold this. I can already tell. He's like, do you see that I'm folding a suited ace?
Tom folding 6s pretty quickly in the big blind. Skip, easy fold. I was going to take down a pretty big pot there, 20K without even seeing a flop.
I blame Corey for Skip opening Queen Jack off under the gun there. Made him feel way too comfortable. Like, surely nothing bad could happen to me here.
I mean, he's got the image.
9 players are left. The top 4 will be paid. First place walking away with $1,780. Once again, beating the guarantee. And Charlie is our short stack. Gonna have to make a move pretty soon with 6 big blinds.
Yeah, Charlie under the gun right now? No, that's...
Yep,
Yeah, it is
it
Charlie,
is.
yeah.
Yep, it's about to be in the blind now. Mike gonna open up pocket 7s with 132,000 in his stack. Opens to 17K. Benny just staying alive.
Well, Skip, easy call here. I wouldn't be surprised if he shoved all in. Yeah.
And he is going to rejam.
Wow, did Mike snap?
Did Mike snap?
He sure
all?
did.
Wow.
Mike gives enough jizz.
Mike says, if I lose, I'm just going to go play cash anyway.
That's pretty
Clean flop
clean.
for sevens.
Pretty clean.
Need to fade a king or a queen, and he does. Sevens are going to hold, knocking out Skip in 8th place.
Just like that, he takes the chip lead, too.
And he is now our chip leader with 30% of the chips in play, sitting at over 200,000. Benny just laying in the weeds, waiting to make his move.
Benny waiting for the ladder up. Getting the top 4.
He's like, honey, make sure dinner's ready for me when I get home from work.
No, I'm going to make it at work. I'm going to make it at work and bring it home.
Make sure the meatloaf's hot when I get back.
I wonder what Mike raised. I guess Mike raised it to probably like 20,000 I think it was maybe.
I didn't see the exact sizing. Skip had what, 70K?
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a big stack there, over 70.
Yeah, Mike's just assuming that he's never, assuming that he's going to have the current best hand.
Right.
Willing to flip to try to knock someone out.
I mean, he called so fast we didn't even see him call.
That's what I'm saying. He was not deterred. And now Benny's turn with pocket 10s.
These dealers got some place to go, boy.
There's like, who rigged the deck here?
I mean, we got all in situations every hand so far.
All right, Benny's like, yep, this one's finally good enough. Yeah, pocket 10s, that's a pretty good hand, buddy.
This is Benny's floor here.
Now, Brett, interesting decision here. It'll be for about half of his stack.
He's never calling here.
Yeah.
Not
I think he
against
knows
Benny.
Benny's just, they've played a ton together. He knows Benny's tight.
I don't know why I say things like that.
And then it just happens, yeah. That's your fault.
Yeah. Not that he's never calling. He's not usually calling, but.
Yeah, 2 Broadway cards with, half of your stack. Benny is going to need to hold, and that's a good flop for 10s.
Pocket pairs are looking good so far.
Benny, oh, man. That's the most excited I've ever seen him. Looks like he just got hit by a tranquilizer, or a
Hadouken!
Hadouken! Finish him.
Benny just lost like 30 HP right there. But then he got it back. He popped the med. He's good. I had to call 10s. I had to shove. What am I going to do? Tom gets the same speech every time.
So 7 players remain. Top 4 will be in the money. Mike and Brian are two chip leaders at the moment with almost half of the chips in play.
Well, Benny just became a force to be reckoned with. He's sitting with roughly 80K over there. That worked out really good for him, too. He took him 10K in blinds plus the double up.
Yeah, every pot now is very, very important. All right, now Tom with ace-8 of spades decides to just limp.
Nah, he had to have raised Ruthie folded in
Oh,
the bid.
okay, so
I think it was like
the
12K.
graphics were wrong. Yeah, I was going to say that's not like Tom.
It's kind of surprised Ruthie folded in the big blind with ace-9. Just because, I mean, again, the button's range is always just, it's always so big, especially with a player like Tom. Maybe not so much a guy like Benny, but with Tom, I mean, that could be 9-10 suited.
Yeah, like king 10, king 9, queen 10, stuff like that.
I feel like I'm at least defending with ace-9. If not shoving, I mean, you
Yeah,
shove there.
I don't remember what her exact stack is, but yeah, it's probably a reshove. So Brian, the big stack, is going to be playing ace-9. Opens to 11K under the gun. Now Brett right behind him with a pair. I hate the just flat call. Brett, what flop are you going to like that doesn't have a deuce on it? Just shove. If you're going to play it in that spot this short, just reshove.
I am shocked Tom just folded king-queen there. Shocked. King-queen suited? Shocked.
For him, I'm actually, I'm pretty surprised
Blown
too.
away.
But I think he expects decent chance Brett
I mean,
gets put at risk here.
A flop there. Brett. Brett's going to reconsider that next time, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to try to set mine a quarter of your stack.
Not with deuces. I don't mind set mining with like 6s or 7s because, I mean, there's a lot of flops that you like.
Right, it still has enough value to hold up on some boards, right?
Yeah. Maybe he thought Steffi Mo was in the booth.
That's true. Yeah, how dare I speak ill will of that hand. Sorry, Steph. Steph and Nancy will be in the booth Friday, or Saturday, excuse me, for our $300 black chip bounty 10K guaranteed. The flight will begin at 11:15 a.m. Double points for that event.
Double points?
Double
Let's go.
points.
It's twice as many points as they normally be getting. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
You
Try
are.
the veal.
Terry is a dad confirmed. So interesting. You're blind on blind with the two big stacks. Mike just decides to call. Not aware of the whole cards just yet. Mike's going to check that flop over to Brian on a king 6-6 board. And Brian flops trip sixes. Not sure what Mike has.
Wow, Brian leads too. I love it.
No, it checked to him. It checked to him. Mike,
That's right. I'm sorry.
Mike is in the small blind. Brian puts in a real small bet of 6K. And I think that sizing induces a raise from
100%,
Mike.
100%. Well, I think he just assumes that Brian's never going to lead with a 6, you know?
That, and he likely doesn't have a king checking back the big blind, having limped pre-flop.
You know what's crazy, too, is he made it 6 with the 2 6s on there.
might be a unconscious telegraph.
Brian's telling him something snarky right now.
Like, you try to limp in your blind, I'm blind on me. Yeah, thankfully we have a dealer in between those two because that could get loud real quick.
Here's the thing too: when Mike repops it on the flop and then Brian calls, I mean it doesn't really even matter what Mike has; he has to shut it down.
You have to shut it down.
If he's calling on a monochrome board, it's 100% a 6 or king 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
a hand that he still played before the flop. Yeah.
I mean he's folding every.
Yeah, you
got
gotta shut it down.
Everything else. So look at Brian. Brian's feeling himself. Randy letting us know deuces are terrible. Agreed.
All right, I'm not going to tell Steph you said that, but I can guarantee that she won't be in the chat at some point.
Steffi will go back and check everything out. Ruthie's going to go all in with jacks here. She's going to get it through, I'm pretty sure.
All in for 71K. Reshoving over Benny's open.
It's so funny with some people, like they just hate hands so much. There's just no other way to play it. Like she could have raised the 30, could have raised half her stack sheet, but you know what? We're just getting it in.
Yeah, just shove after someone already opens. You know, chances are they have a decent hand. Benny did not have a hand good enough to call with, but
I love when people just show the ace. Whenever you just show an ace, it's never ace 10 or higher. It's always ace 9 or lower. It's always ace
Oaktie said the same thing, and he's right. Whenever they just show the ace, it's never a good kicker.
Never. It's never ace queen.
I'm just assuming it's because
know?
I consider ace 9 off. That's almost ace rag. Like,
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Ace 9 is ace rag. I don't care what anybody says. It's ace rag. If you can't,
you can't make Broadway
straight,
with it.
Yep. Ace rag.
Yeah. So Charlie's gonna have to make a move here pretty soon. With only 13,000 in chips, he's got 2 big blinds left. It's going to be an instant all-in from him. And we'll see what players end up giving him action. Brian debating, and he is going to flick in the call on the button. Brett gets out of the way. And now Benny in the big blind.
Brian's got like an ace rag.
I think he's got,
maybe
just like a
fives,
marginal.
Pocket 5 maybe. Because when he doesn't reshove, I mean, you know it's not a premium. It's going to open the door for
Because the
Benny-
thing
Benny
is,
to
right, that's
call.
going to price in the big blind. And Benny is going to end up seeing a flop, so we're going to go 3 ways. Benny goes, I check.
By the rules laid down by Bartholomew.
There's no collusion, but he is, implying that he's going to play this hand pretty passively. And it looks like, did Ruthie? No, she didn't flop a straight.
Wow, looks like Brian flopped a 10 and a flush draw. No, just the 10. Still, that's pretty good. 10 and
Oh,
a
she's
straight
not in
draw.
the hand. What am I?
No, she was, though, before everything
Yeah.
caught up.
Okay.
Benny called with queen deuce suited. Trying to take a player out. Charlie's going to need a king or a jack. That's a pain. Looks like a jack. Is that a jack? That's a jack of
That
diamonds,
is a
though.
jack.
Is that a 4 diamonds? Wow.
And
Run around
Brian
flush.
ends up
That's so
backdooring the
gross.
diamond
That's so gross.
just to.
Poor Charlie, thinking the light at the end of the tunnel, and then they shut the tunnel down.
That's when you let your opponent back up for just a second just to knock him right back down.
Yep.
And he will be eliminated in 7th place. 6 players remain. 4 get paid. Blinds at 3K, 6K with a 6K ante. Brian with a healthy chip lead at 270,000, 40% of the chips in play. And Brett is now our short stack with 17,000. So Ruthie going to open up, pocket 8s under the gun, min click it to 16K, and now Brian waking up with ace queen off in the cutoff. I think he's going to put in a 3-bet here, and he will. Basically telling Ruthie, hey, if you want to continue with your hand, you're probably going to have to put all of it in. Makes it 45,000.
No, she's effectively all in. She can't just
Yeah.
call here. Yep.
Yep, she's all in. Brian's never folding.
Brian hates it now.
He doesn't like it.
He
Yeah,
can't fold, though.
because she went all in pretty fast.
Yeah, he can't fold though.
Still,
There's
he's
no-
got too
there's no
much in
folding.
there. Yep, you're
He's
getting
got-
like
he's gotta hope
4-1
she's
on a
got
call.
10s or jacks or something, and yeah.
Getting 3-1 on a call.
He
and-
knows he's no good. That's for sure.
Yeah, he knows he never has her crushed
Right.
when she does that.
Well, no, I'm just saying this is never ace jack suited. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
He knows it's either a flip or he's
Right.
smashed with ace king. But you got to put it in once you put the 45 in.
Clean board for 8 so far.
Three
Neither
opens
player
up.
with a spade and 8s are going to hold. A big double up for Ruthie to
Yes.
take a chunk out of Brian's stack.
I just want to point out that pocket deuces would hit quads there.
Steph, where are you? See, that Randy deuces aren't always terrible when 2 of them come out.
Yeah, Brian knew as soon as he flicked in the 45. I mean, obviously, ace-queen should be raising in that spot, especially with the big stack. But when you see the reshove on top of you, you just
I feel like that's feels like 10s, jacks, ace, king,
Yeah.
something like that.
no. I mean, he's ecstatic to see 8s. you
Oh,
know,
for sure. No, happy to be flipping. No
But-
question.
But at the same time, we hate to put it in there. Brian back to his phone, doing a little calculations.
That's some insider info right here.
As long as it's not a GTO chart, we're good.
That's funny. We call it that. So Brian opens again with queen 10 of diamonds and the hijack. And Brett is going to be all in for 17K with king 7 of hearts.
Little does he know he's in pretty good shape. Look at that. Ruthie's almost the chip leader.
All right, and Brett's going to need some help. He ends up flopping 2 pair,
Wow.
but Brian flops a flush draw.
And now a
Turns
straight
an open
draw.
ender to Broadway and going to need to dodge the world, and
Wow.
he does.
4 of clubs.
Somehow, flop top 2 dodges a combo draw. That's not supposed to happen, especially a backdoor combo draw. But nevertheless, Brett stays alive and is now up to 8 big blinds. Ruthie is our new chip leader, just like that. It's sitting at 200,000, winning that big flip against Brian with pocket 8s.
Imagine if Brian wins that with ace queen. He's looking at like 350 in chips.
Yeah, good luck chopping if he wins that flip.
No shot.
No shot.
Yeah, he'd chop. Just give him first place money in the trophy. And
Yeah. It's like, guys, I'll take first. I'll take the exact payout for first.
Pretty sure we're
We can
giving
go
away a
home.
$300 seat to our Mustang Flight event too.
There we go. To it today?
Yep.
Really? I was not made aware of this development.
I'll go double check, but I'm pretty sure. Wow, look at these hands, man. I tell you what, we are trying to knock out some players. Mike is going to 3-bet here to 46K. Brian with the initial raise, Ruthie with just the call, and then Mike is putting these players to the test. It's going to be a tough call for Brian, even though it's Jack 10 plays pretty well post-flop. Jack 10 suited. You hate to see a call out of the small blind and the 3-bet. I wonder what Ruthie does with 7s. It's so funny, like the difference between 7s and 8s. Like she shoves with 8s before, and then now what do you do with 7s? Like it's not that big of a difference, but the 3-bet is pretty scary. Wow, she's gonna call though. She's gonna do a little set mining. She's got the chips to do so. See what happens on the flop. Pretty clean flop for Brian. Flopping top pair. Mike's going to really have to, wow, Mike checks. He's basically just playing his hand face up, telling everybody, hey, I got ace king, ace queen.
Definitely take a receiver.
That's my top rated guy.
McMillan isn't a bad option.
Thielon's not bad either because I got Bryce Young and Tet there. I like McMillan more than most people.
No, I do too. All right, so Brian's all in with top pair. Ruthie trying to decide, is there any way he's messing around here? Does end up letting it go, and Mike's not going to call it off with ace high, but not thrilled with how that hand turned out. Brian's going to chip up. He's recaptured the chip lead.
So let me ask you a question. If Mike shoves on the flop, right, before it gets to Brian, he reps the overpair. Do you think Brian puts his whole tournament life in? I mean, you call 45 free flop, you flop top pair, but then your opponent is sitting there repping aces, kings, queens. I mean, no heart on board, no real redraw. Obviously, you got a backdoor to a weird straight draw, but I mean.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you really just gotta. It's knowing your opponent at that point. Like, is Mike capable with just making that, that big bet with ace high? Had he missed, or would he just play it more snug, getting closer to the money?
I mean, Mike is definitely capable of both.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I mean, that's a 50-50.
And yeah, they've played enough with each other to know that.
I kind of expected him to make that bet on the flop to
To
see
bet.
in.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Brian would go with it.
I think so too. No, I think that's a good check fold by Mike. Because that's the whole thing. I mean, when you're in Brian's spot, I mean, if you're going to sit there and call 30K more and then you flop a pair and it ends up being top pair, I mean, if you obviously have outs to a 2 pair or outs to a backdoor straight draw. So, I mean, if you're wrong, but lucky for Mike, he didn't have to put himself in that position. Look at Mike. Mike talking to Mike. I like Benny putting it all in here, repping the ace.
I do too. You think, oh, this isn't it,
too. He
right?
Has the table image to do so.
So players could think, oh, this isn't a a good flop for my hand, but it's like, bet your range, don't bet your hand.
100%.
Like,
well, bet your range and your image, and put the two together. I mean, that's a great flop.
And nines could be good.
Sure.
So
sure, but I mean, but the point being is, I mean, if you know your table image, if you know everybody looks at you as a relatively tight player, and your pre-flop range is right in that area, ace king, ace queen, over pairs, whatever. I mean, that's a good flop for you. Put it in, and Hope your opponent didn't call with a weak ace, because you're getting called on the all-in too. I like to see Benny making far in these tournaments. he just adds an
He's
extra
just,
element.
man, every hand feels like life or death for Benny.
Mike is not going to make the mistake of just raising.
He's like,
with
yep,
ace-queen this time.
I am not going to depend on hitting a flop with this hand. We call that hand the parking lot.
Yep. Wow.
And now Brett is just run out of patience. Calls all in with queen 9.
Wow.
Right before the money. In the big.
Okay. Mike is, we're going to see quite the face if we see a 9.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Ends up flopping the 9. Oh, yeah,
Mike is frozen.
It's just really, bro. He's like, you waited all day to pick your spot, and this is the spot you take. Brett's going to get a much-needed double up. These are our payouts for today. Top 4 spots are getting paid. First, walking away with $1,760, $1,173 for second, $586 for third. In fourth place, we'll be getting $391, assuming they don't pay the bubble. They might, so we will see what happens there. But yeah, roughly $3,800 in the prize pool. Once again, beating the guarantee. Now we get closer to the money. We'll see who decides to play snug. Brett was not playing snug.
Just like that, Mike goes from having 190K down to less than 40 or less than 50. It looks like. Wow, less than 42. The fall from grace, and really it was through no fault of his own. It's not like he was punting. It's not like he did anything wrong in any of those situations. He just got off flopped on both situations.
He got in real good, and
yeah. Oh no.
So Mike just calling the 6K with deuces, just no confidence in Steffi Mo's hand at all.
I mean, I still feel like that's an all.
That's a shove. It's supposed to be a shove, yeah. You got a pair. You don't want to see a flop here. Benny more than capable of folding his big. And now when you limp in pre-flop, when you're in Mike's spot, it's really hard for you to rep this board, right?
Yeah.
Because had he had an ace or a queen high or a Broadway hand that connects with this board in any way, he's probably raising or shoving. So when you limp in, what type of hands do you have that do that? Other than maybe like a slow played pocket aces or something. But more often than not, that's not the case. And he is going to try to rep it anyway. And luckily for him, Benny didn't connect at all.
Well, he knows that Benny in the big blind, he's going to have a lot of really marginal hands. And Benny, I don't think is really, thinking along the lines that you are in this spot.
Yeah.
Benny's playing his hand. He's not playing his opponent.
Benny's just, I have king high and
and Mike's all in, so it's not like it's a little bit, but this is Hollywood. But Benny's never calling with king high here. I mean,
this guy, man.
This is not.
He's so funny. Love having him at the table. Talking it through, it's like, Mike, what hand would you play like this?
And he's not wrong.
No, and he had every reason to think.
Right.
Like, why are you limping in before the flop, and then this board comes out? You're not supposed to like this board.
The funny part is Mike still has the best hand.
I know. That's the sick part. Yeah, Mike bluffing with the best hand ends up getting it through and does stay alive.
Well, if Mike had done a pre-flop like he was supposed to, he would have saved us the last 45 seconds of our lives. But
yeah, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy.
This guy.
All right, these are our updated chip counts. With 6 players remaining, Brian is our chip leader with 237,000. Mike is our current short stack with 10 big blinds. Blinds are 3K, 6K with a 6K big blind ante.
See if Brian keeps his foot on the gas here with the big stack like he should, and he does.
Suited connector's late position when it folds to him. He's going to open that pretty much always.
Brett doesn't like Jack 9 offsuit as much as he does Queen 9 suited. Brian running into a buzzsaw here. Benny looking at the clock for no apparent reason.
Benny's saying, when do I fold into the money again? Am I in the money yet? No, you are not, sir. 2 more knockouts.
Oh, Benny, come on, buddy.
This guy, man.
Wow.
No way did Tom just flat call.
Wow.
No, why? 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 And now Brian ends up flopping a gutter, and Tom is going to lead it. I don't like how he played this at all. Luckily, it might work out for him.
I think Brian has to call.
And he shoves.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
This is really, because think about it. Tom just flat calls the big blind, and he leads in to Brian on a queen high board. Tom, what is Tom representing here? That's just absolutely wild. When you're in Tom's spot, 99 times out of 100, just reshove with ace king there out of the big. Don't put yourself in a spot where
there's no reason to play cute.
you're out of position with a hand that doesn't really flop too well. So,
and again, with a player like Brian who has the big stack, he's going to be keeping his foot on the gas, trying to put pressure on these players. The chances of him having a big hand or premium or even a small pocket pair are not that good. Just take it down right there pre-flop while you can. And if you get called, obviously you're going to see 5 cards and have a chance to double up regardless. But
right, and Brian's not the player that you want to you don't want to go to a flop with him when he's got position on you. So,
and if you're going to play it like the way Tom did, check it first and then shove. Give yourself a little more
right,
a chance to really show strength. Like when you lead out like that doesn't show strength. That shows, hey, I'm trying to take the pot here. You know, if he has king queen there, I feel like we're always checking that, letting the more aggressive player bet, and then we're going to shove.
Right.
That looks so much stronger than
and
leading out.
Brian recognizes that. Like if
like
Tom had a monster, he was probably just going to check it over.
Not even a monster. If he has a hand like 8-9, you know what I'm saying? Like if Tom calls out a big blind with a hand like 8-9, flops mid pair. I feel like he's still running with it. Well, he's still going to get it all in. I don't think he's going to fold to Brian just because there's a queen out there.
Right.
You know, like 8's going to play pretty well post flop on that flop. But I mean, again, I feel like just all your hands right there, you should be checking and then shoving. But again, you were right in the first place. Just put it all in pre-flop.
Just go with pre-flop and avoid this whole
get
scenario.
Called by a worse hand, by a worse ace, jack, ace 10, get called, and then whatever happens, happens. But like you said, I mean, it doesn't play too well post flop unless you hit, which obviously he did not. So I mean, a little bit of a misplay, and Brian just picked up on it right away. I mean. And you know what? If Brian's wrong, he still had outs. You know?
He still had, the gutter and a backdoor spade. Spades was coming.
Yep. It already has twice, you know. All right, guys, we'll take a quick little break here. We will be back in a couple of minutes. These guys are going to go on break, and don't go anywhere because we are going to play down to a winner.
All right, Brian just calling with the queen 10 suited here. Chad has pocket 3s, the +1. He's also just going to call. Oh, my goodness. Friendly game, guys? Oh, my God. Party pooper for Bruce, folding the 4 deuce of clubs. Let's see. Silver Fox has 5 deuce of hearts here in the button. He's going to throw that out. I was like, why not? And friendly game. Wow, look at this. I like it. 6 players. It's cheap enough, you know. Why not? We can see a flop here. And
bam, with the trippy trips.
Yeah. Bam, there's a 7. He loving that. And he definitely loving that. He's like, oh, what, Bob? All in?
Get Bob. Well,
Say
I mean,
less. He's like, yeah,
I mean, he did flop 2 pair, to be fair. Bam's like, yes, I think I'll take your bounty chip now.
Bob's face when he sees the hand. Oh, look, it's so stoic. He still has a poker face. He's like unfazed. It's impressive. So
Bam
it did
just
not
has
change
to
at all.
dodge the ooh, I
Oh,
said
oh,
dodge
oh,
the aces,
oh,
but now
oh.
more outs for him. Oh, it doesn't.
My God.
They
That's-
both bowed up, but that's bad news for Bam.
Hand number 103 here. Level number 13, 4,000, 8,000 with 8,000, 18.
Jeff has ace queen again.
Yeah, he raised it to 23,000 here. The +1. Patty with ace jack offsuit here in the hijack position.
Good laydown from Patty. Doesn't want to play against the early position raiser. Just gonna conserve chips. Wow, Craig with ace king. Look at these hands.
Oh my God.
Tony just folds fives on the button. Craig with a large 3-bet. That looks like 75K, maybe 80.
All in. 75,000 all in.
Cool. You
Jeff
can even
jams?
finish counting it and Jeff just jams.
And
then-
call.
Yeah,
Wow,
snap.
Look at this one.
Craig with ace king off.
This is a
and
huge. This is a chip leader pot. Remember when this
Yeah.
is the new chip leader?
yeah, with ace in the diamantes.
What's that? I said I had ace jack, not ace queen.
Oh my God, it's a queen high flop. Jeff takes a massive lead on the hand.
Yeah, 2 outs here for Craig.
Some shot opportunity. Oh, he's got a club draw.
Tony upset,
Better, buddy.
folding the full house there. Yeah,
Five.
making another. So Craig
Craig
will be
busts.
eliminated there. I'm not sure
Right.
how many.
Before bubble.
Yeah, how much bounties he had. Did he have any?
No clue.
Yeah.
But we do know that Jeff is now the massive chip leader. He's got to have like 500K, I think.
And another $100 in his pocket from that bounty.
Wow.
Bounty's out.
Yeah, me personally, if it's a bounty tournament, I want to keep the structure of the game. I don't want to get to the final table and then change the structure of the tournament.
In
It
an
just
envelope, you
seems
just kind of like
strange. And here we have a limp pot.
a basket.
Patty. I'm surprised Mike didn't raise there.
I am also surprised. I think it's maybe because he's chirping. He's got this chirping chips. He's talking.
Now everybody's just in for the taking.
All right. 4 out of 5 players to the flop.
Oh, you did it again, bro.
Okay, that one. It was
Yeah.
very.
No.
Wow, look at Patty's flop. My bad. Tony has top pair. He's going to lead.
50,000.
Chris is open-ended. He might call. Mike is open-ended. He might call. And then Patty's on the button with the actual nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Patty's going
50,
crazy.
call
Oh my
50.
Gosh.
Call 50. Jam all in. Look at this one.
Really? Let me see if this is like the all-in call.
That's crazy. Happy birthday, Patty.
Right.
I'm gonna. Oh.
Tony folds, rightly so.
Let's see the monster.
Wow. Free double up. Literally a free double up.
Actually, do have to think.
150K dead money.
I am going to.
Wow. Mike calls off with the open-ended.
I had your
Patty flopped the nuts, gave the straight flush draw. Just give it to her. 7 of hearts. High hands. 7 of hearts. Bink.
Any heart's gonna draw dead.
9.
Heart.
Heart.
Inconsequential heart. Mike needed a 9 for a chop, but let's. Over under midnight?
Double up.
Over under. No way. So not only does Patty get, I mean, like I said, she would have doubled up if everybody folded. So now she gets a 200K plus 100K dead money plus a 80K in the pot. I think she's a chip leader now.
All in.
Now we have an all-in. And Chris. Oh, Chris went all in and Jeff snapped call. Pretty
Double
much
up.
flipping ace.
Double up.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 on the turn. Oh my God.
Goodness.
Well, we have our first 5-handed casualty, and just like that, Jeff is taking home 5th place. 500? Sorry, 700.
It's right there.
$700. You're right.
He's not wrong, man. He flipped
Wow, that's wild.
It was. First non-double up.
Are you as surprised as me?
Big time.
Imagine that.
Well, we'll be four-handed for another hour and a half.
last what?
Well, Patty's got the chip lead. It's good for her, but she's not the type to, like, lean with the chip stack.
Who's been talking the most smack?
Tony somehow ladders up with, like, 100K.
Suddenly, he's only been to myself. It's actually funny. Every once in a while, you do say it. You do say a funny.
It's all on string.
There you go, Patty. Working them chips with any ace. Good job. Now Chris is back up to 400K. Still going strong, boys. Hey, Steph. Yeah, it took like an hour and a half for somebody to bust 5-handed. Wow. Mike with kings. You gonna say all-in? I mean, there's 100K dead money in the pot, and then it's like you have 200K. Yeah, it's an easy jam. Patty wants to count. Patrick's leaving. Patrick's leaving. There you go. Welcome back. 210 or 20.
2 in a queue.
2 in a queue. Yeah, Patty's not calling here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know what that was from.
Sure.
I don't know
Meet
what I
George Johnson.
Is that what that was? Yeah, it was actually. Dum, 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 dum.
Dun.
No way did
Oh,
Chris
no
just call.
way.
What is alright, Chris is my new hero. Chris is like, yo, I know the boys don't want to be here all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is quite the wild card, and he's proven it time and time again today alone. Give him some hope.
Oh,
no.
my God.
Oh no!
No way.
Wild
No
card
way.
gets there. Oh my God! A king on the river. What just happened?
No.
What just happened?
There's no way that
You deserve
oh
every
my.
bit of that. I don't want you to say one word. Just sit there and say nice hand.
To be fair, Chris is now crippled with that hand, but wow, what? That was so
deserve that
unnecessary.
and more.
Like, the kings could have just rode clean, and it would have been no big deal. But, good lord.
That's why you keep
Bro,
hitting straight
it was
down
on the
river.
floor.
You feel-
It was... Alright, bro, you know what?
I'm gonna text
You should
Jeff
just
right now.
request to Joshua. I'm not going to work with this
Yeah,
dude
you
ever
and
again. He
I are
burped in my
just,
face.
we're off, bro. We're
He
done.
sneezed in my face.
We're done here, bro.
We're
This
done.
guy's burping and sneezing in my grill all night.
Chat. Brian's trying to break up with me.
I'm
chat.
done with him. We're done.
Brian's trying to break up with me, chat.
We're done here.
So what hand number was that? All in pre.
Gosh.
Chat.
Come
He's the one who got
on.
lucky.
Chat.
Stop with your nonsense.
One's in the chat if you think Brian's right. I'm a terrible friend.
Friend. Let's not even go that far.
Hand 154. We're on hand 155.
Yeah, so hand 154. Look at this. Mike back-to-back
All
kings.
in
How does that
pre.
even happen? This guy shuffling the deck here.
Dude, you got some powerful energy, bro.
Back-to-back
King.
kings.
Does he actually have kings?
That's what it says.
Patty with sixes?
Oh my gosh.
Could this be a thing?
No. Patty's pretty passive.
Right. Well, she's gonna
flat.
flat here, and
And
depending
it's
on the
gonna
flop,
come ace something. And
slow them both down.
Yep, and then check.
You're so optimistic, bro.
Watch, look. Called it. Look, check. Look what I just said.
I'm dead, bro.
Huh?
This is so funny.
Just shut your mouth.
I guess it's almost like.
And we are back.
6 players left. 4 will be making the money. This is where it gets interesting.
Yo, what up, Paul G in the chat? Hopefully you guys are still hanging out with us. We're going to play down to a winner. We got 6 left after a total of 34 entries. First place is taking home $1,700. Top
Right
4 going
away.
in. First hand, Mike all in, 43K. I don't blame him. King Jack, let's get it in. Oh my.
No. Benny
Let's see what happens when Benny sees
waiting
him.
in the weeds to
Let's
see how
see
much
what-
his eyes light up. Couldn't get him in fast enough, and Mike is going to need a miracle to stay alive.
I had to call.
A
What am I
9-1
gonna do? I
dog.
had to call.
It's like, Benny, it's okay.
I had to call. It's Kings. I had to call. I can tell Brian's trolling Mike.
Benny's still nervous. Got a hammer lock on the hand.
Well, Mike has 2 flush draws. 2 live flush draws.
He does end up hitting a jack.
wow.
Not like this. Surely not like this.
Not like that. Not like
Gonna
that.
need a jack and a jack only paint, but it's not the paint
Dude,
that Mike wanted to see in Benny's.
Benny got Hadouken again. Look at Mike. Look at Mike just staring down Benny. He's like, how do I lose?
Benny's never been happier.
How do I lose these tournaments?
He loses with ace queen to queen 9 and then runs king jack into kings in the big.
Well, and he 3-bets with ace queen earlier, but the hand before that, and he had 2 callers and just the worst flop ever. They weren't even sharing aces or queens. And he's
That's tournament poker for you. Mike is, I believe, is going to be eliminated
6th place.
in 6th place right before the money. Blinds are 4K, 8K with an 8K big blind ante. Brian's still our healthy chip leader with 40% of the chips in play, sitting at almost 300,000.
Blinds are 4,000, 8,000 with an 8,000 big blind ante. That means 20K every 5 hands. Tom's going to have to find something he likes pretty soon. Well, looks like they're going to pay the bubble.
I believe that's what they are discussing. They're reaching into the pockets.
Mike's like, can we pay the 6th?
That's nice. Yeah, just pay the bubble right as Mike's standing there. Very classy move. Hey guys, you want to pay the bubble? To just let Mike know that he's actually the bubble.
Yeah, he's the official bubble. Good catch.
It's like, sir, if you weren't tilted, now you're tilted just a little bit more. Yeah, and we do not adjust the official payouts when this does happen, so players are going to have to just take care of that off the felt. And Benny verifying that all the money's there. I guess he's going to be our banker and hold on to it. He's giving it to, going to hand it off to Joey. Smart move, Benny.
He's definitely the Monopoly guy.
Benny would run off with that and buy some scratch offs. All right, 5 pairs left. Looks like everyone's in the money. So now we are just playing for first. And Ruthie, under the gun, is going to limp with pocket 4s. Now Benny not realizing he's the small blind yet. Did Benny, wonder if Benny verbalized. Oh, he did verbalize. Okay, so it's going to be a raise to 19K.
It's an interesting raise. You don't see that too often.
And now Tom. Okay.
I'm shocked Tom's just calling this. You got to put it all in there, Tom. That's the one.
Oh, you don't
man.
have any chips left.
That's the one, buddy.
Just shove. Try to get one person out. Be a massive win for that, but
Not the worst flop for a pocket pair. Still would like to see it pre-flop, but I mean.
luckily
it is
for
what it
Tom,
is.
he's going to have the best hand here, but Hard to know that. Ruthie gonna get out of the way. Tom playing with fire so far today. He's able to avoid it up to this point. Benny gonna show the ace again and then fold. Crispy Benny is always excited. It's what we love.
Perpetually
It's what we
excited.
love about him. He is in a perpetual state of just angst and excitement.
He doesn't even have to be in the hand.
He's excited when he folds. That's how you know. This is an all reg feature table. We got Brian in the 1 seed as our chip leader with 280,000. Brett next to him with 107K. Benny in seat 3. Tom in seat 4. And Ruthie all the way on the end. Anybody's game up to this point. Blinds are 488 with an 8K. Big blind Annie. We had 34 entries to start the day. Still beat the guarantee.
I guarantee.
And now, interesting from Brett. He's just going to limp in the cutoff with 9-6 of spades, 5-handed. And now Benny is going to he's going to be enticed to call behind and over limp on the button. And Ruthie is going to get a free flop with Jack 10. Unless she decides to open, she won't. So we're going to go 3 ways to a flop.
Ruthie with with the highest club here. Brett's got a gutter ball. That's about it.
Ruthie going to double check to make sure she has a club. And is just going to check it over. Brett decides to check with just a gut shot and 9 high, and then Benny's going to try to take a stab here with ace high and a 7 high flush draw. Kind of a tough spot for Ruthie because even if, her opponent is bluffing, could still have her in pretty bad shape, and she's just going to let it go with a player behind her. And Benny does take it down. The benefit of being on the button.
I was just going to say the power of position.
The button is a cheat code. Crispy said Benny can make a cup of coffee jittery. Look what I folded. Later on tonight at 6:15, we will have our $100 no limit 2K guarantee downstairs for those of you who may be double dipping into the tournaments today. 6:15 downstairs, $100 buy-in. And then tomorrow we'll have our weekly Friday $130 deep stack 10K guarantee. I'm sure Oak Tie will be in the booth for that one.
Brian getting some love in the chat. That is Kevin Dealing.
That is Kevin Dealing, Mr. Paul G. Good eye, sir. We got Kevin in the box. We got Joey Dolans, the one and only, running the tournament this morning. Shout out to our production team, our graphics crew, everybody. Thank you so much. Benny would show that fold if he could. 3-4 diamonds. Brian in the small blind is just gonna.
I love it.
Yeah, don't just force Brett to give it up. That's gonna end up being a bit of a dent actually to Brett's stack at 16,000. Really, when the blinds and stacks get like this, you don't really want to mess around. You kind of just want to get it in.
Yeah, we're at the point in the tournament now where we're not really deep. I mean, it's literally 20K and blinds every 5 hands. We just got to, Brian's really good at playing big stack poker, and he's good at playing, small ball poker too. Like, he just knows where he's at. He knows, what type of game he's to play according to his stack size, and especially according to the players around him. And he's by far the most aggressive player at this table, and he's going to use that to his advantage. I mean, he's not going to go out of his way with hands like, Jack Deuce and playing crazy and stuff, but wow. Speaking of
And this is where having a loose image pays off. Waking up with kings on the button. It's good to be the chip leader. Waking up with the second best hand ever made on the button. Now Benny. Brett not happy about having to give up 20K of his stack in those last 2 hands. Benny 40s of diamonds. He does show it. He's like, listen, you're lucky I folded that. See, Benny's even excited when he folds. I love this guy. He's on, boy, I folded a straight flush draw.
Oh, Benny.
Benny said, I'm working late at the office tonight, honey. Bringing home the bacon.
Trying out some new menu items.
So when you're typically in a spot like this in a tournament, you get down to 5-handed. How much is your opening range going to change a little bit?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge, absolutely. I mean, my range is pretty big anyway, but especially when we're down to 5 players, and it depends on my stack size too, obviously. But I mean, I'm opening up, See, I always call it under the gun, but I mean, in this situation, it's also
you're basically the cutoff, yeah.
Right. But I mean, in any situations like that, I mean, a lot of King 9s. I mean, I'm obviously raising King 10 with 7 or 8 handed. I'm raising with hands like King 10, King Jack. Even like Queen 9 suited a lot of time. But I mean, I'm just keeping the pressure on because 5-handed, a lot of these players are really just going to telegraph their hands by the way they 3-bet. And a lot of these players don't 3-bet anyway. They don't 3-bet for value. They don't 3-bet unless they just have monster hands. So I mean, I'm just going to try and take down a lot of pots.
So if you're like a relative short stack in this scenario, what type of hands? Like, say your first act under the gun.
So let's look right here. So I see Tom has Queen 10. In that situation, I'm shipping it. I'm shipping it. Now, not with that board, obviously, not on that texture. But if they're just checking to me and I wake up with Queen 10 in the big blind, I'm shipping.
Yeah.
I'm shipping. And if I get called, that's fine. We have
Probably
5 cards
live,
to try to improve. I've already gotten paid, in 5th spot on the bubble, so we're free rolling at this point. But if they're just not showing me any type of strength, by raising, if they're just smooth calling, I don't want to see a flop with Queen 10. I want to win it right there for 20. What's it gonna be? 24K?
Yeah. with limpers, yeah, at least that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, Queen 10. I mean, that's definitely in my ranging raise, and I don't want to make it.
I figured.
I don't want to make it like 20K more. I'm putting it all in, and if you've got a hand to call me with, great. If not, then that's okay too. Ruthie, legendary Ruthie. Thank you so much.
All right, so Tom is going to be all in with pocket 10s in the small blind. And now Brian, having opened King Queen under the gun to 20K, is going to have a decision here. You can tell he's not thrilled about this spot because really, I mean, you look down at King Queen, think it's not that bad of a hand, but
he's never folding.
What are you really beating though? You're not beating a
You're not
pair.
beating
You're losing
anything.
to all
You're
ace
not beating
highs.
But he's not folding. I promise you. With his stack size,
He just
he's not
knows
folding.
he's never.
He knows he's not.
He
good.
knows he's never ahead.
He knows
I
he's
should
not
say.
good right now. Right, exactly.
You know you're never ahead. He's not. I mean, Tom.
It's not king jack.
I guess Tom
it's not
could. Is like
queen.
one of the few guys that could have like king 10 or king jack or like queen jack.
Yeah, but he's at least gonna peel a flop for
but
that.
chance like
he
more
has
often
enough
than
that
not.
he can see a flop. I think with those type of hands.
I can already tell just by Brian. He doesn't want to call.
No, he wants to fold. I think he's just gonna look at the math.
But he's thinking it's like, am I supposed to call here?
He's only getting 2-1 on a call, so I mean, but I think his hand's strong enough that he can call.
Yeah, I really don't think it's a crazy fold to be honest.
And it looks like he wants to fold too.
He does let it go.
Yeah.
Still the right laydown. Even if now if he knows he's flipping, obviously he's flicking it in. But
he snaps. Yeah.
a good amount of the time you're going to be completely crushed, and you don't want to double Tom up, 5-handed. To be honest,
I like the fold.
I do like it.
You know,
you still got plenty of chips. It's like okay, you lose
Right.
20K. I mean,
and obviously the ICM implications here. I mean that's huge. Another 50K out the door. So I mean he's obviously there's plenty of short stacks here that could be out the door any second. So. You know, he wants to hold on to as much of that EV as he can. So, I mean.
Yeah, and we obviously know we don't know what's going to happen. If players do end up deciding to chop, like that could be a big, a lot of chop equity if you do end up losing that hand. So.
100%.
And there is another short stack to his left, too. It's really 3 short stacks. All right, so 5 players remaining.
Patience is paid off
and
for
Brett at the right time. Nice when you look at Ace's first act when the blinds are 5K, 10K. And we'll see what sizing he goes with
This is
here.
nothing other than a min click. If you're doing anything other than a min click with aces shorthanded, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Now, if you're another player in this hand, what are you putting Brett on when he makes this play?
I mean, I haven't seen Brett raise too often, if at all, in this final table. The only hand I've seen him play is when he called it off with Queen 9 suited. I think it's a monster. Brian knows it too. Brian's just like, I don't know. I don't even want to guess. No guesswork needed. That's like 9s or 10s. No, but see, even 9s or 10s, he's just shoving.
Yeah, right.
He's such a monster.
That's what I'm saying.
That's, like
ace king, he's probably just shoving.
Yeah.
It's aces or kings, right?
Aces, kings, queens might be shoving. Yeah. No, I mean, it's not
like
many
it's
hands.
actually one hand.
Yeah. I'm sure he's happy with a walk though with aces.
34 start of the day and 5 remain with 1,800 up top. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to the stream, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and Saturday for our 2 biggest tournaments of the week with our $300 multi-flight coming up on August 7th through the 10th. 5 day 1 flights, and day 2 will be Sunday. Restart at 12:15. Be sure to tune in. The last one was electric. We had 3 players chop through ace for over $20,000 apiece. At least 2 of them were Kennel Club regulars. Steve and Alex.
Alex
and the other, I believe, was it Curtis?
No.
That wasn't him. I'm trying to remember the third player. My apologies to the third player. But, yeah, we had a great turnout. Crushed the guarantee as usual. I had over 150K in the prize pool.
So funny. Sometimes we're so close when we're coming up on Saturday if we're going to hit the guarantee or not, and then just everybody comes out.
Blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's such a great tournament, too. The structure's great. Starting stack's good. Like, everything's such a good – there's no reason not to play that multi-flight.
Yeah, if you guys are playing, like, if that's kind of your price point for tournaments regularly, like 1 to 300, that tournament's almost mandatory. If you're really trying to, like, maximize your value and all those things, it's really a must. And we got a big hand developing here. So Brian opens the button with king 9 of clubs. Brett reshoves from the small blind with pocket 8s. And now Benny is tanking with 10s in the big. So I don't really know what he's thinking about.
Brett hates this. Brett hates this Hollywooding. Both ways anyway. He doesn't care if he's calling, not calling. Benny, come on. We're never folding here, buddy. Right? No shot. I did tell you the story where Benny folded the second nut. It was PLO. PLO, different story.
Benny in the blender here.
This is not a blender.
I agree. But Benny is in the
blender.
is Benny's blender nonetheless.
Benny, just stop, buddy.
Because you got to think about all the pieces in the hand, right? Brian's the chip leader, folds to him, and he opens the button. You kind of have to discount his hand. Brett reshoving, who you have covered.
That's unbelievable.
For 76K, and Benny folding an absolute monster in the big.
I just don't understand. Listen, Brett's upset, but he should just chill.
Yeah, I mean,
he should be happy.
And Brian snaps with a win. Benny's gonna be pissed as shit. He's like, "How do you have 8s there?" But it's like, Benny, sometimes it's just your time to die, buddy. Like you know. Or
it's your time to double up.
or triple up. Right. I mean, anyway, Brett's gonna be at risk and gonna need some help.
Benny, just stop, buddy. That's your fault. You messed up, Benny.
And Brian does end up.
He hits the straight.
Yeah, Brett ends up making the straight, holding up the hard way.
Benny's like, that's why I fold.
I knew the runner straight was coming.
It's coming. Look at this.
Benny feels so justified right now. Yeah, button open and then a blind shove from the short stack. 10s are basically 100% a reshove there. Okay, so there was no blood. Brett does stay alive. Benny explaining why he folded pocket 10s. Buddy, there's no explanation other than you were worried about pay jumps. Brian's still our chip leader, I believe, sitting at 200K. But Brett is now right behind him with 170,000, fresh off of a double up. Should have been a triple up, really, if Benny played his hand. But now Brett is just going to limp the button with Queen 7 of spades, and now Benny is just going to call right behind, giving Tom a free chance to hit a set. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop. Jack 10-6, so Benny with top pair, and Brett with the queen high flush draw. Benny is going to try to take control of the pot with top pair on a pretty wet board. Tom gets out of the way, and Brett is going to at least see one more card. And there is the flush for Brett. Benny does have a redraw to the king high flush draw, and he's going to keep betting anyway. Looks like sort of a blocker bet. And I like the just flat call from Brett here, even though his hand is a little vulnerable. Give yourself a chance to get some value on the river, and he's going to. Benny's going to bet again. And I don't like the just flat call from Brett. I mean, you flat call the turn and then under rep your hand with 2 spades in the hole. Give yourself a chance to get some max value there. Granted, Benny probably would have ended up tank folding, but that's such a strong hand. If you're beat, I think. Updated chip counts. Brett is now our chip leader with 250,000. Benny is our short stack, sitting at around 5 big blinds. Blinds are 5K, 10K with a 10K big blind ante. All players have been paid out. They decided to pay the bubble, so everyone is in the money.
Twan, what are you watching here, bud?
He's watching Benny just Just watching Benny at work. In our new chip leader. So Brett is going to c-bet on this board with middle pair. Tom makes the correct laydown with his pair of fours, and Brett's going to add to his chip lead now. Down to 5 players, shows the goods.
Just the one ace, though. Got to be ace rag.
He showed both, I think. He showed both.
I think he just, okay, I could be wrong. I thought he just showed the ace and then folded.
Twan's, you're going to log off before you let some of this affect your play for tomorrow. Smart play, buddy. Good luck. There's always a seat open for you in the booth if you decide to make your way down here. These blinds are coming around quick. Not a lot of time to sit around. Tom and Benny are both getting pretty short, so we'll see which one decides to make a move first. So fourth place will be getting $391. Third will get $586. Second, $1173. And first place will be getting $1760. Roughly that, because the bubble was paid out, so give or take a little bit. And Benny is going to shove under the gun. I like this shove from him with ace-10 off and 5 big blinds. Pretty straightforward play here, and we'll see if Brett decides to flick in the call as the new chip leader. He doesn't. It's actually a pretty important pot for Benny now. Crispy, you trying to get in here? We can discuss these things. We've had many a guest in here.
We accept any and all gifts.
In the words of Dominic Toretto, you can have any brew you like as long as it's a Corona.
It's funny. I watched the first 3 Fast and Furious movies, and then for whatever reason, I just stopped.
You didn't miss anything. Although the 7th one, Paul Walker's last film ever, was really good.
Oh, okay.
That one's a must-watch, in my opinion.
He was in that. He wasn't like CGI'd into that. He was actually in that one.
I think he kind of was. I CGI'd at the end.
Okay.
But I almost teared up.
But then you realize you don't have that capability.
I'm just like, no, poker's already killed all my emotions.
You're numb to
I'm
any
so
type of feeling.
numb to this point. So yeah.
That's fair.
But honestly, really good movie. Yeah, I watched the first one with my little brother for the first time on Saturday. He had never seen it.
Again, I've only seen a few of them.
The one-liners in the first movie are iconic.
In the first one, yeah. The first one was really good. I'm assuming the rest of them were pretty good too, considering they kept making them. But I mean,
but if I win, I take the cash and I take the respect. That's Benny. That's Benny's motto right now.
He was a superhero, that Paul Walker. What did Vin Diesel say? Something like you got to earn the respect or something.
Oh,
even cheesier. We thought it ended with the cheese, but nah.
No, Paul Walker goes, dude, I almost had you. He goes, you never had me. You never had your car.
I remember that.
It's just you can't. It's so good. It's so good.
Listen, the best Vin Diesel role he ever played was Groot. That's it.
He was Groot.
I am Groot.
I did not know that.
I am Groot.
I never knew that.
He has some range.
Still five-handed. Players are picking their spots well. The short stacks have been doubling up or not really getting a lot of action. So Benny's not going to be on the button with king, queen. I think this is a clear shove, buddy. He is going to be all in. Tom's going to get out of the way, and Ruthie snaps with ace-10.
Snap.
Who's also relatively short, but Benny is going to be the player at risk. Going to need some help. And that flop is not it. Does pick up a flush draw.
And a straight draw. No straight draw. Wow, clean river for Ruthie. Ace high, good. Benny, you played a good
Benny,
one,
we
bud.
loved having you, brother. We did end up paying the bubble, so Benny did walk away with some cash. But he is going to be our 5th place finisher. Everybody else getting a little bit of a ladder. And now Tom is our short stack with 5 big blinds, 52,000 in chips.
I think Benny's only misstep was not going on with the pocket 10s, but that was also interesting because he would have lost anyway.
Because he would have lost regardless, but yeah.
Shouldn't be results oriented. 5-handed pocket 10s. I mean,
Buddy, it's aces. Basically, aces 5-handed.
Of course, then again, it was Brett doing it, so.
Even still, it's like you had Brett covered too. It's like Brian's button open is relatively insignificant. Means nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. And now Tom is going to be short, and he's going to have to make a move here very shortly, 4-handed.
Tom's trying to see if there's any shot he can get some type of a chop here.
It's like, hey, you guys want to just even chop here 4 ways?
Tom's like, I will tank every hand until we chop.
Every hand will be 2 minutes long. ICM chops do benefit the short stack. So Brett is now our new chip leader. He was a short stack for most of the feature table. Now he's got about 40% of the chips in play. And Brian is just going to limp. Interesting check from Brett in the big blind with ace-9 of hearts. I don't hate it just because there are.
I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
I understand what you're talking
the
about.
Short stack. There's other short stacks at the table. I get what you're saying. Like, my argument is like Brian is very capable of limping with bigger hands in the small blind. You don't want to get involved into a big pot with him, but I mean, yeah, you're right. Typically, you should be probably just raising that hand.
Four-handed.
Four-handed
listen,
too.
You're going to find out real fast. If you put in the raise and then Brian comes over the top, it's never going to be a bluff there. He's never going to put in the 3-bet. That's never going to be a 3-bet bluff, four-handed, this close to first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you have to raise.
He's thinking Tom's about to be in the big blind, giving up 40% of his stack. I get where you're coming from. I mean, listen, you're four-handed. Play for first.
We can't stop playing poker.
It's like, yeah,
you
right.
I mean, that's a monster. Ace-9 suited, everybody folds to in the big blind. That's a monster.
Yeah. Agreed.
Listen, if your opponent has kings or queens and they're slow playing in the small blind,
and they're gonna 3-bet you,
you're
and
gonna
just
find
let
out
it go
so fast. You find out so fast, and then then you fold, and then you're still not too far off from where you were earlier. But it's really easy to talk about poker when you're sitting here looking at it. And
well, since we know the cards,
yeah,
for sure.
It helps a little bit,
All right, so Ruthie, let's see. Ruthie limps to 10K. Brian ends up raising the 32, and Ruthie limp calls. Brian ends up taking it down with a C-bet on the flop. These are our official payouts here, not the exact payouts, because we did end up paying the bubble. But crush the guarantee again. We had 34 players to start the day, and now only 4 remain. These were our starting payouts. Be sure to join us downstairs later today for our $100 2K guarantee that will be taking place downstairs in the poker room in the back corner next to the cage. And then tomorrow we'll have our $130 deep stack 10K guarantee beginning at 11:15 a.m. And then Saturday is our black chip bounty, 10K guarantee, $300 buy-in, double points, also starting at 11:15.
Dun dun dun.
And Hall of Fame game tonight.
Hendon Hooker.
Have I mentioned that?
Bet in the house on Hendon Hooker.
And Kamani Vidal.
Wow, what a flop for Brett. Holy.
So if you end up playing DraftKings Showdown later, because I know you're sick in the head enough to play DraftKings Showdown for preseason, lock
Give it
in
to
both
me.
kickers.
Okay.
They're really the only players guaranteed to play all 4 quarters. Free tip.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Even
I
kicker captain.
Listen, I
kicker
wasn't sick enough
captain
to
could
do
take
it.
down.
I wasn't sick enough to do it before you just like put it in my head. But now
You're
that I'm
like,
there,
this
I mean,
actually makes sense. You assume most players are going to get probably a quarter of action, quarter and a half. So give me some kicker captain lineups for all the money. If I end up winning the millie, I will at least give you 2 weeks' notice, but I will be here at work tomorrow.
there will be signs.
But there
I
will
won't
be
tell you.
signs.
I won't tell you.
There will be
There
signs.
will be signs.
Yep, chips are. It's becoming a pretty top-heavy chip distribution at this point, with Tom being extremely short. Brett and Brian holding almost 85% of the chips in play now.
Tom's still holding out for that chop. You can do it.
You can do it, Nikki. I have not seen Happy Gilmore
I was just
2.
gonna say it's in the queue. It's on the queue. My
I
wife.
haven't heard good things, to be honest.
Of course not, but that's not about that. It's just about.
It's the nostalgia.
Of course.
You know, I get it. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? This is a great question.
That is a great question. I think I have to say Billy Madison.
That was my man.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Now, my honorable mention, Uncut Gems.
What an emotional roller coaster.
I didn't know he had that in him.
No. Well, especially because we're not in that world necessarily, but we're in the world of
Of
gambling.
gambling
and,
and
you know. And,
the idea of just,
being the roller coaster.
being over leveraged and
Well,
right.
the roller coaster. I mean,
For
he's
sure.
up and down, and then at the end, I mean, he's up, but then he's down.
It's
Spoiler alert, not a happy ending.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that feel-good movie, that ain't it.
So Tom is going to go all in with ace-5 under the gun, being extremely short.
He's getting called by Ruthie and Brian, and they're probably just going to check it down, try to take out a player, and then chop three-handed. That's just my guess. I could be wrong, but that's usually,
We will decide.
Wow, did Brian fold Queen Jack? That's interesting. Did Ruthie
Did she
reshove?
reshove? I
Oh,
believe
yeah,
she did. Yeah.
Honestly, I like that. I mean, why just take a chance of somebody else even to take out a player?
Yeah, and she's got him covered anyway.
And his range right there, is huge. Under the gun, I mean, with the blinds coming around, wow, game over.
Yep.
Game
Top
over.
pair for Ruthie. GG's. Tom will be eliminated in 4th place.
And they're not going to wait for Tom to go until they talk about a chop.
Yeah, these
That's
guys
the standard.
are.
That's
yeah,
the standard.
they've played with each other enough. This is basically a home game at this point.
Raul, C1 is on his phone. I don't know.
I think we got some production asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Should not be no phones on the rail for those of you who end up being on our stream table eventually. I guess people just aren't seeing it.
Wow, they are going for it, huh? Okay.
And at this point, it looks like no chop. So Brett and Brian do have a large amount of the chips in play. So we'll see if they change their tune if Ruthie doubles up here at some point. Brian's going to open the button. Ace-8, monster three-handed. And now Ruthie's going to...
It's actually a tough spot with Jack Ace suited here.
Right, because it does flop pretty well. It's not the worst hand. More than likely you're live. She doesn't know that she's, dominated, but three-handed, you're normally going to be live versus any hand. And she's going to reshove. Okay.
Brian
and Brian
snaps.
never folding an ace three-handed to the short stack, so Ruthie is going to be at risk. Going to need some help. Backdoor straight flush possibilities. That's not one of them.
Jack.
And that is going to be it. She will be our third place finisher, $586.
Ruthie, you're a legend.
Ruthie, thank you so much. You had a great run. Thank you for everything. We appreciate you. And thank you for stopping by the booth. Two players remain. I don't know if they're looking at numbers or... I mean, they're pretty close in chips, so...
Yeah, they are pretty close, aren't they?
So currently it's about it's roughly a $600 difference between first and second. And the chip stacks are pretty close.
Yeah, and if they do I don't know where they took the bubble money from, if they took it off first and second or if they just paid each other cash, but if they're just doing it straight off here, I mean, first place is going to take home like $1,600 and second place is going to take home, well, no, it's probably even closer than that. 15. So between first and second place, there's 28, 29. There's 29.30, almost 3K. They're each going to take home about 1,500. Brian will take home a little more because he's got 50K more, but I mean.
I believe they're looking at the numbers now. We're going to get an exact chip count on the floor for these guys, but we know that they're relatively close. Each player, if they do decide to split, would likely be walking away with around $1,400 apiece. Are you a horror fan, Terry?
No.
You don't watch horror too much?
No.
The new I Know What You Did Last Summer came out about a week ago. Did you ever see the first one?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and check it out.
Yeah?
Go ahead and check it out.
Really? Cool. Good throwbacks, callbacks.
I think you'll like it.
Okay. Yeah, I won't spend money on it to go see it in the theater, but I would definitely watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
But
Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are both in it.
I love both those guys. Staples of my childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt was always on my mind.
She was the original Sydney Sweeney.
She was. Listen, I watched Party of Five just because of her and Lacey Shea Bear. That was literally in my wheelhouse. All right, guys, we did just get the final word. They are going to chop it up. Brian's going to take home $1,485. Brett is going to take home $1,448 according to the ICM chop. We had a pretty good tournament today, guys. We're going to try and see what we can do about possibly doing a round and around PLO Hold'em on Thursdays. Our tournament director, Joey Dolans, is open to any suggestions, but we are really going to do our best to listen to to our players and see what you guys want to do and see what you're interested in. And but until then, I mean, we've been crushing our guarantees on Thursday every week, no matter what the format is. Like my co-host said, we will be having a couple of 10K guarantees this weekend, one tomorrow and one on Saturday. Our Saturday tournament being a black chip bounty. And, yeah, we will be having our multi-flight event next week on August 7th. We will have 5 day 1 flights, 1 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, with day 2 resuming on Sunday. And for our entire production crew, Ron, James, Rob, our tournament director, Joey, all of our dealers, my co-host, Brandon, you got anything to say?
No, thank you guys for joining us. Congrats to the players, and until next time.
And thanks again for chatting and tuning in. If you get a chance to like, comment, subscribe, anything, all of it goes a long, long way. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you again tomorrow.